So, welcome to another Gwommy village. And Draco's ready. He's here. The baby dragon will be in today. And we are excited for another visit over here. Now, today, something exciting happened in the Gwommy village. There was this traveling lottery raffle going around. So you can win prizes each day if you're in the village, which could be really fun, or I don't know. I don't know what the prize pool consists of. So, best of luck to all the winners in that. And also, the Gwommywolf has been working on some weird ancient magic that he learned from watching a Harry Potter movie. So now there might be some weird amulet in play as well. So let's go over the roles. We are going to start off by having a bunch of villagers. Some of them will be plain, boring villagers. Some, they don't know anything, they don't do anything. But they win, or the whole village team wins if they kill all the werewolves. Then we're going to have the famous Gwommy Man. The Gwommy Man wakes up each night and gets to do one out of two actions. And those actions will be randomized. In this game, there will be 5 different possibilities. So, first of all, we have the see action. If you get the see action, you can see if someone is a werewolf or not a werewolf. If you look at them. Then we will have the nominate. This means you nominate someone to become a candidate to be one of 2 candidates for the next day that might be killed by the village. You could get protect, which is just like the bodyguard. You protect someone, that person cannot die for any reason that night. You could get scare. The scare action means to scare someone. That person, if they have a night action ability, they will not get to do it. And that also includes, like if they are a hunter, they get killed, then they don't get to do their hunter kill that night, so to speak, or like in the morning. And final action for today, for the Gwommy Man, is the silence. So you can silence someone. That person cannot speak for the next day. They have to stay muted during the next day. So that's the Gwommy Man. There is no wannabe Gwommy Man in this village, because it's a smaller village, so we don't have any wannabe. Then we have the baby dragon. And the baby dragon has 2 lives. As long as it has 2 lives, it cannot claim to be the baby dragon. If it loses one of its lives, I will tell them in private chat, and then they can come out if they want to. And that is almost the village team. Then we will have a seer. The seer gets to check someone each night and find out if they are a werewolf or not a werewolf. And final role for the village is the bodyguard. The bodyguard wakes up every night and gets to protect someone. The bodyguard is a bit limited though, because he cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. The Gwommy Man can. If they would get protect 2 nights in a row, they can choose the same person. So that's the village role. Then we will have some werewolves. The werewolves win by killing enough villagers till they get to an equal number of villagers and werewolves left. And there is going to be 2 special werewolves. The first one is the Gwommywolf. The Gwommywolf will do a lot of things in this game, actually. But first of all, they will wake up on night 0 and they will pick 1 out of 2 roles to be for the rest of the game. So that could be any of these, 2 of these 6 will be available. So I'll go over these 6. So it's Wolfman. The Wolfman looks like a villager if checked by a C action, but it's actually a werewolf. It could be Wolf Cub. If the Wolf Cub is killed for any reason, then the next night the werewolves get 2 kills instead of 1. The Tough Wolf is just like the baby dragon. It has 2 lives.
For any purpose, right?
Yeah. And then it could be the Beta Wolf. The Beta Wolf it will wake up each night, but once during the game it can choose to sacrifice itself or another werewolf in order to turn another whatever player into a werewolf. And things stack in this game, like usually in my games. So the bodyguard could become a werewolf if the beta wolf is in.
And continue being bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly. Continue being bodyguard.
Nice.
Then it could be the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf wakes up every night. Well, actually, I'm going to wake up the Gwommywolf, so you're not going to know which wolf it is. The big bad wolf gets to pick someone each night. If that person is in plain villager, even if it has items or whatever, if it's a plain villager, it dies also. So it could be 2 kills because of the big bad wolf. But if it finds someone else that is not, that has a role, then that person doesn't die. But that's also information for the wolves, right? So, and final wolf it could be is the crazy wolf. The crazy wolf wakes up every night, picks a player and picks a role. That player is mad for the next day and have to pretend or convince everyone that they are that role. They can pick the same person for the whole game if they want to or whatever.
So they pick a role and a person, right?
Yeah, just I'll run an example if you haven't seen this before, because it is kind of weird for a werewolf game. So let's say that Greg is a crazy wolf. He picks Daniel to be the seer. Next day, Daniel has to come out and say that he's the seer. He has to be convincing. Otherwise, he risks getting killed. And then the day after that,
it's definitely happening too.
And the day after that, Daniel could say that, last day I was mad about being the seer, so I wasn't actually the seer. But during the day that he's supposed to be mad, he has to be convincing. So, I mean, he can say that he's mad, but that's sort of then he's not convincing, right? So anyone can say that they're mad at any time. So there's no way to,
what
deduct
happens
that.
if we mess it up? Like being mad?
Then you might die the next night.
Oh, you might die.
And I will say that it will be up to this little 6-sided thing here.
Okay, do you mean mad crazy or mad as in mad?
Not angry, like a British mad, I think. Like crazy, yeah.
No,
I just call it mad because it's called that in Blood on the Clock Tower. But the wolf is called a crazy wolf, so we could just call it crazy, I suppose.
Yeah, you're pretending like you're something, and you just like you strongly believe in it. That's psychopathic, even. I don't know.
Sounds like everybody in this
definitely crazy.
So that's the 6 roles that could be, but it's going to be 2 of those that the Gwommywolf gets to pick one of on night 0. Another thing that the Gwommywolf will do on night 0 is to choose a player. Well, actually, the werewolf will wake up first on night 0, so the Gwommywolf will know who the other werewolves are. And then it will pick a player to be the Gworcrux. The Gworcrux is an ancient amulet that the Gwommywolf learned how to make from watching Harry Potter movies.
How do you spell that, Joseph?
You gotta figure that out for yourself.
Oh my god, that's I don't even know how to spell Gworcrux, and
No.
now
Gworcrux.
And as long as the player who is the Gworcrux or have the Gworcrux, they don't know it because the Gwommywolf just puts a little amulet in their pocket when they didn't notice it. Whoever has that amulet, as long as they are alive, the Gwommywolf can't die for any reason. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. It went very cool. It was very cool in the Harry Potter game that Damien did, so I stole it from that. Thanks, Damien. He did say I could steal it. Anyway, then also, of course, every night the Gwommywolf will wake up and do their action, if they have an action. You won't know. Only the Gwommywolf will know. So that's the Gwommywolf. Then we will have another special werewolf, which is the Gwacker. The Gwacker likes to mess with robots and give them quirks. So every night the Gwacker will wake up and I will ask them to pick a player, and that player will get a quirk. If that player already has a quirk, I will just say no, so they have to pick someone else. So we will do a maximum of 1 quirk per player to avoid weird situations.
Are we starting with people having quirks?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll get to that now. So then there's attributes and items. I will say in this game there's going to be a little less amount of attributes and items than in my normal games, because there will also be the prizes in the lottery. You might win something weird. So but there could be bots. Bots have a quirk. They have to do a certain thing or say a certain thing or whatever during the game. If they don't, they might die during the night again. If they would fail, I will roll this, and I'm not going to say the percentages, but they might die. Then there could be a lichen in the game, or more than one lichen, I guess. 0 to 14. So the lichen looks like a werewolf to the seer or to the Gwommy man if he's doing a sea action. But it's actually a villager. And all of this stacks, so the bodyguard could be a lichen or whatever. Then there could be someone that is cursed. If you're cursed, then if the werewolves target you at night, you won't die. Instead, you will become a werewolf. I will send you a message the next day saying you are now a werewolf.
Nobody knows about their, except for the quirks?
That's true. Cursed and lichens, you won't know about those two. Then anyone could be a hunter, regardless of other things. If you're a hunter, when you die, you just get to kill someone straight away. And then there's a few items in the village. So the first item here is the tinfoil hat. If you have a tinfoil hat on, if you get checked by sea action, I'm just gonna go this, because I don't know what they are. I have no idea what they are. So you won't get to know if they are a werewolf or a villager. And then there is the deflector shield. It's sort of like an umbrella that you can pull up. If you get to become a candidate, you can pull it up, and then it will bounce off to someone else, and you choose whoever becomes the new candidate instead of you. And that's a one-time use on that one. And then there's could be other weird items. I'm not going to go into that. We'll see what the lottery brings. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, speaking of that, every day in the morning, I will roll the die. because you all have a number on my paper here. So I will roll the die, and 2 people will win in the lottery. And I will say like, oh, Elliot and Grow won the lottery, but I won't say what. I will text that to you private. Then it's up to you if you want to tell people what you won. And yeah, I think that is it. We are not going to have a Gwommy Hag with 2 few people and no bus driver, which people seem to be happy for. So, and of course, there's an undetermined number of normal werewolves and normal villagers, besides all the stuff that I just explained. Actually, I forgot one thing. There is a backup Gwommy man. Sorry. So the backup Gwommy man is just an ordinary villager until or if the Gwommy man dies, then they will take over and become the Gwommy man. I just put that in because it's so boring if the Gwommy man dies on night 1, so or like day 1. All right, so I think that's it. Is there any questions before I start sending out rolls?
Yeah, do we have like any indication at all about the Gworcrux? I mean, it's just someone that the Gwommywolf selects, and at some point we may or may not kill him. Is that? Are we gonna have information?
I will say if that person dies, or like if it's out of the game.
Joseph Gill might be joining. He was in the messenger.
All right, well, that's awesome.
I sent him in the messenger the link, but he said, "Did you guys start yet? I can come."
Ah, cool. I think we're missing Marisol as well, but it doesn't seem like she's responding.
So are you saying there's no Dumbledore in the game to help us find the Horcrux?
Daniel, is there a Dumbledore in the game, or?
We'll see. Depends on how it goes and what roll again.
No, there's no roll that can look for that.
Nothing is permitted.
Would be kind of a neat seer variant. Somebody just checks if people have items. It's like, oh, this person's holding a deflector shield.
Maybe, yeah, maybe Joseph. Maybe you can give it to the Gwommy man.
What?
An option to see if someone has an item, and by item, you see,
like a metal detector or something.
Yeah. So it might be the Gworcrux, or it might be something else, like a gift or an ability. Or no, the ability is not an item.
Or tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil or deflector. Yes.
There might be ways to find out stuff. We'll see.
Is the Gwommywolf getting the other thing that the Gwommy man shows? Is that what's happening?
Oh, thank you, Connor. I totally forgot to explain that. Yes, because we don't have wannabes in the game. So, yeah. So that's what I said. Gwommywolf will get to do a lot of stuff. It will get to pick a role, night 0. It will get to pick a Gworcrux. And it will get to do their action, if they have an action with their role every night. And at the same time as they wake up, they will also get whatever the Gwommy man didn't choose. And I need to explain that a little bit as well. Because let's say that the Gwommy man passes on the C action to the Gwommywolf, then the Gwommywolf C action will be a Mystic C. They will get the exact role. Like if that clear? Like if the seer uses this, they could just get werewolf or not werewolf. If the Gwommywolf uses this, they get exact role.
Are wolves allowed to communicate during the night? Are you going to allow that?
Yeah, in short fashion. No novels.
So basically, they can tell them who the Gworcrux is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. Do you think it's a bad idea? I didn't think about that. Maybe it's a bad idea.
I don't know.
Well, we'll do it now, and we'll see how it goes. All right.
Well,
so
this is your first one with it, so let's see how it goes.
I'm sorry.
This is the first time I'm having the Gworcrux, so.
Oh yeah, me too. So I don't know what.
So I was just gonna say, if they know who it is, and it gets down to like a final 4 or 5 situation, and there's like I think it could be complicated to kill the Gworcrux if the wolves all know who it is. I'm just picturing, because they have to kill the Gworcrux and then kill whoever it was.
I'm just afraid that the wolves will kill the Gworcrux.
Well, yeah. that's not the village's problem.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's part of the fun of it.
Okay, so let's say that. Okay, so they can communicate.
Okay, with no communication.
Okay, yeah, we'll say this. They can communicate a little bit. Like, let's say that you, I don't know. Let's say that you are the crazy wolf. Then one of the other wolves could suggest, like, oh, make this person see or whatever. Like, you can communicate a little bit, but you can't talk about the Gworcrux because it's so secret. It's so ancient and secret. All right.
Make Blake Van Helsing.
I'm sorry.
Make Blake Van Helsing.
Oh, no. I was gonna have the baby dragon Van Helsing, but I removed the Van Helsing part because if we were not 24 people.
Yeah, Blake is playing. That's why.
I'm doing the baby dragon Van Helsing when we have 24 people. All right. Anyway, if the Gwommywolf gets nominate, then they just nominate. Nothing funny there. If the Gwommywolf gets protect, then that is going to be a day protect. So let's say that the Gwommywolf gets protect and they choose Greg. Then if Greg gets nominated next day and he gets second, then I'm just gonna say, oh no, Greg can't be a candidate today. You have to wait tomorrow to make him a candidate. He's gonna be protected
So
by the
you're giving
Gwommywolf.
the second power to the Gwommywolf?
Yeah. The wolves are losing too much. We need to boost them up.
Whoa.
Scare is obviously scare, even for the Gwommywolf, and silence is silence, even for the Gwommywolf. So it's just the protect that is a bit different.
Joseph, a question on the protect. Would it be better to go through the vote, and if there's a majority thumbs down, you just say they don't die? So that way.
No, I think it's more fun if they can't become a candidate, because then you're gonna be like, oh, why did they protect that person?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if everyone is ready, then we can get on with night 0. So good night, everyone. I'm going to mute you as well. And here we go. So where's there it is, the mute button. It's always hard to find. Right. Welcome to night 0. So we're gonna go through a few things here. It's not that many night rolls, but there's a few things we need to do. So let's start off with all the werewolves. If all the werewolves would wake up and just wave a little bit, say hi to each other. Okay. All the werewolves. If all the werewolves could wake up, that includes the all kinds of werewolves, no matter what kind of weird roll you have. So if you do a little wave, you should see this many. All right. Then you can go to sleep again. And let's have the Gwommywolf wake up. So the Gwommywolf, if you want to wake up, you will get to choose one of these 2 roles to have for the rest of the game. So whatever you want to be, thumbs up or thumbs down. You want to be that. All right. And I will just note that down so I remember that. And you can go back. No, you can't go back to sleep. We have more stuff to take care of. Sorry. Then you will pick a player. So you pick a player to give the Gworcrux amulet to. So as long as that player is alive, you cannot be killed. Thank you. I have no idea how to spell this thing, but yeah. Then let's see. So you can go back to sleep. Thank you, Gwommywolf, for all your hard work. Then we're gonna have the Gwommy-man. The Gwommy-man can wake up. So you're gonna get to do one out of 2 things here. So let me know if you want to do the top one or the bottom one. You want to do that, so who do you want to do it to? Thank you, Gwommy-man. And Gwommywolf, you're not done yet. You have more things to do. So Gwommywolf, if you want to wake up, you also need to do this to someone. So who do you want to do that to? I guess that order was a bit weird, but anyway. Thank you. So you can go back to sleep. And we're going to have the bodyguard wake up. So the bodyguard can wake up. You're not going to do anything. We're just going to say hi. You can go back to sleep. And the seer. The seer will get to check someone. So the seer can tell me who would they like to check on night 0. Thank you, seer. And then final roll is the Gworcrux. So if the Gworcrux want to wake up and tell me who do you want to give a quirk to? I made that sound like that was something positive. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So at that, everyone can wake up. Good morning. It's day 1 in the Gwommy village. And let's see here. Did something happen during the night? Elliot, you are silenced. So Elliot cannot speak for the first day. Sorry, Elliot. I know you like to speak on day 1. And then I will send a message to someone. So I'll just do that real quick. And once I've done that, then you can start discussing stuff.
There's no lottery for today?
I'm sorry?
No lottery today?
Yeah, the lottery is coming. Thank you for reminding me, Gro. Wow, you know, my brain. All right, so let's, okay, so now I sent a message to someone. You can all check your messages. Something happened, maybe, or maybe I'm just pretending.
Get an empty box.
Well, actually, I'm not pretending since you know there's a Gworcrux in the game, so that, yeah. Anyway, so let's do the lottery and let's roll it up. So I have the list of everyone here. Let's see who wins the lottery, and we're gonna spin the wheel. And good luck to everyone. And it is, the first one is Josh. You have won the lottery.
Ding, ding, ding.
Congratulations. I don't know if I'm gonna say congratulations. It depends on what it is. And so you can get to pick between 1 and 18. What do you want?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right.
Yeah.
So Josh got number 1. Then another winner is Jill. Jill, you have won the lottery. Congratulations. What do you want to have between 2 and 18? And you're muted as well.
I'll do lucky number 13.
13. All right. So now I am going to send you guys what you got. And depending on what it is, you might it might be something you need to do right away. It might be something you can do later. I'm gonna start with Josh here. So Josh, you got this. There we go. And Jill, where are you in the list? You got this. There we go. So now you got your gifts or your lottery prizes. So day 1, we need to find 2 candidates and kill someone, or not kill, depending on how the vote goes. But the votes, by the way, I should say, you're gonna vote up for someone to kill or down to kill the other one, or you can not vote at all. And if it's a tie, then nobody dies.
Are the lottery gifts, like, am I allowed to tell what I got?
You can say what you got, what you want, if you want to.
Because that was, it was a sword of 2 edges. What I got. It's good, but it's bad. It's gonna incriminate me the wrong way. So.
Double-edged
What does that do?
Clearly a double-edged sword.
I like the way he put that though.
A sword of 2 edges made it sound really epic.
Oh, that wasn't the item. You're saying that it's
No, the sword
You're
of 2 edges. It's just that it cuts both ways, meaning like, yeah.
Yeah.
It means it's good, but at the same time, it's gonna make me look guilty at some point.
Josh, wants to talk about what you got or not?
I don't want to discuss what I got, but I feel like I need to come out with information I already have. Maybe I'm looking at someone. But no, I'm actually the bodyguard, and I protected myself last night. But I know you can't really do 2 nights in a row, but so I'm going to need some protection tonight.
What
I'll
does that-
protect
what-
you.
What does that mean?
That means he
Well,
has a quirk.
Blake, hold on. Now, I protect myself last night, and there are no kills last night, so obviously my protection
Yeah.
worked. And Blake is already starting with the, well, what does that mean? Blake, I know you've been trying to get on my good side the last 3 or 4 games. I'm suspicious of Blake. If someone nominates him, I will say it.
Josh,
Elliot,
just
if
for
you're
what
trying
is
to
worth,
say
I believe
something,
you.
done.
That was I don't know what.
No,
that
Blake
monologue
doesn't
was.
have a tail yet.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm-
Blake
I
has
don't know.
all the tells. All
No,
of them.
not yet.
Josh,
No, he does one
come
thing.
on, that
He's
was-
not. He might be guilty, but not yet. I haven't seen on him yet.
Gil wants me to be
Yeah.
guilty so badly, but
We haven't
I never
started
am.
the game, guys.
I never am.
I have no idea what Elliot is trying to say.
No,
He's not allowed to say, so it doesn't matter.
No, he's doing all these hand signs, so.
I think he's suspicious of Josh. There we
Kind of how I got it. Yeah.
go.
I'm not sure. if the
Eventually, we're all
question-
just gonna learn sign language.
Yeah. We're gonna make
We'll
our
work on
own
this
sign language. It's sort of like
So since Jill is trying to, in a way, protect Blake, I wanted to ask Jill, do you think Jugan is suspicious? What's your opinion about?
Not
Jugan?
yet. Not yet.
But isn't Jugan always suspicious?
Nah, he's never suspicious in my eyes.
No, he didn't do that yet. He didn't do that yet. So he's
Bettina, were you
Can I just-
yeah.
Can I just confirm something? Because just realized when you go to the roads during the night, if the Gworcrux is still alive and the Gwommywolf man shoots the tough wolf, he wouldn't lose any lives until the Gworcrux is dead. So
What's a Horcrux? I'm
three
sorry.
times.
Gworcrux.
Oh, you mean Gworcrux? Yeah.
Sorry, Gworcrux.
Oh, Lord.
oh,
That mean we need to shoot him 3 times. Once the Gworcrux and then 2 times for the tough wolf, correct?
Correct.
we need to kill the Gworcrux first.
Basically, the Gworcrux cannot be the tough wolf. They cannot be the Gworcrux themselves.
No, I mean like, but the tough wolf would not lose any life at all.
Yes, that's the problem. Yeah.
I
was
think the
thinking that would've
lottery,
been a neat
I think
combo.
the lottery stuff is probably going to give us hints on that. That's what I guess.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is I'm thankful I'm not drinking, or this would confuse the hell out of me.
Well, Joseph said in the, well, this might be a clarification thing, but he said that the Gwommywolf can't die until the Gworcrux is killed. And losing a life as a tough wolf isn't dying.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, it's not a tough wolf. It's just we can't kill the Gwommywolf until we kill the Gworcrux.
Right.
I'm gonna do a on-the-fly rules decision then. So if the Gwommywolf is a tough wolf, it cannot die because that's what I said. So if you shoot it once in some way, it's gonna lose one of its lives, but it can't lose the last life as long as the Gworcrux is
You're
in
saying
play.
that losing a life is different than dying?
Well, if
Yeah.
you have
Or
2
tough
lives,
wolf.
if in Super Mario you can lose a life, then you can still be alive. So
It's the Gwami Village. Anything
Okay,
can
I also
It's game over versus not game over.
also publicly
Exactly.
want to come out. I am a Lycan, guys.
How would you know?
He said that the Lycans wouldn't know.
That's good
That is
information.
weird. That is weird.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm gonna
that-
jot it. I'm gonna jot it down.
That is very
Daniel.
weird.
I'll
That's
say
more
that
weird.
wasn't convincing.
I like it.
Really wasn't convincing.
That's more weird to you than
Minced meat.
Josh claiming he was bodyguard protecting himself, not Zero when the bodyguard doesn't.
No, I don't
even-
think any of these quirks
I
are
think
convincing.
I'm
Josh
sorry,
is
Blake.
I think Josh had a quirk. I think that's the way he came out. It was a quirk.
Blake, of course I can protect myself, not Zero. I mean, I even
Okay.
showed where
I
I
forgot
wrote,
about-
I wrote myself down.
He's showing notes. He has to be telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
No one
that
ever lies when they're
Josh might be. I think that we might have the crazy wolf in the game.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One or
Oh.
both of them are pretending to be mad.
Crazy Wolf the same as the Gwacker? I don't understand the difference between the two. They're pretty much the same. I guess the Crazy Wolf makes you claim a role.
Yeah.
The Gwacker is just a
Whacker
quirk.
just hands out a quirk.
Gwacker would definitely have the Gwacker in the game. That's like definitely
Crazy Wolf
because
is for one day.
No, I
Crazy
know
Wolf
that-
might be chosen or by the Gwommywolf. So the Gwommywolf might be the Crazy Wolf.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that the Gwommywolf would choose.
No, I think that they
Wait, what if it
probably
was
did.
Connor?
If we believe Josh, I think it was smart of Josh to just right away do that because then
We
we
will
know.
know for
crazy.
sure next day
Right,
if
exactly.
Josh is being met or is it's a quirk.
Not
Or if he's
necessarily.
actually crazy. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Because
different.
if he, but if he
it's
did
not
claim
just
to
yet.
be what he needed to claim,
he's-
then nothing
no, no,
happens.
no.
to him.
Yeah, but
say-
I cannot see a scenario where a wolfman would choose the crazy mad wolf. I mean, I see some people who would do
No, no,
it,
no, no,
but
no.
I don't think it's a general thing people would normally
But
do.
it might have been so from those 6 that we mentioned, Jill, 2 are the possibilities. It's not 6. You don't pick one, whichever you want.
Right, but you
Those are
get two
randomized.
you get 2 options of the 6. The crazy mad wolf would be the least one I personally would choose, and
I
I,
would
think
choose it
most.
Your
first.
name is Connor.
I would choose it first.
Well,
Just for the fun of it and entertainment of it.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're. I don't know.
I think it's a good defense skill. I think the Crazy Wolf actually adds a lot more of a defensive.
Oh, I understand. That's why I said I see some people that would go for it. I don't think it's like something that people would normally do.
Please, hunters, don't kill me.
I'm curious why we've transitioned off Blake. I mean, I think he was really suspicious when he questioned my information. I'm surprised no one's nominated him by now.
I don't think Josh is being convincing.
You don't
enough.
have
We
to be
kill
as,
him
as
tonight.
convincing, Josh.
I think the moderator's
Josh,
going to kill Josh.
Josh, if you
tonight.
still want to nominate him tomorrow, I'll listen to you then. How's that?
I don't like any of
I mean,
this.
he's
Well,
suspicious on
Hold
me.
on,
So
the Crazy Wolf just makes him claim a role. Like this whole suspicion on Blake, is that on top of a quirk that he might have?
It might be a quirk as well. Yeah.
There's a lot of
He's
possibilities.
crazy and quirky.
I don't think Blake did anything.
Yeah,
This
Blake's
is
the right
very
person.
quirky.
Yeah.
I think though it was smart of Josh to do it because I think that again, as long as he continues on with this bodyguard thing
Truth.
going next future day, we know the Crazy Wolf is in the game, which definitely helps us knowing which of the 6 wolf roles are in the game.
I don't know if I agree with the line of thought, but
But
That might be a discussion point for tomorrow.
if we can confirm which of those 6 roles is in the game, I think that's a very valuable thing.
oh, that
Well,
I
yeah,
agree.
the
I just
beta
don't
wolves
agree
played
about the whole
it's
crazy
10 to
wolf
10.
thing.
So then, if you don't think it's a Crazy Wolf, why is Josh doing this? Is he just throwing us?
I think he got either a quark or he's a bot.
It could have been from his present his lottery thing. I mean, there's a lot of other
True, too.
possibilities.
Joseph?
I think the way he came out, it was very convincing for me, but it's just because. But the timing is wrong. The
Question.
timing was wrong.
Was there a
Well, I
question?
can confirm that there's at least one bot in the game.
What was there a
Question?
question?
Definitely
Yes.
must be a bot.
Or
Wait,
can
let's
you
grow talk. Let's grow talk.
can you
Okay.
get not great things or bad things from the lottery?
Naturally.
I don't know. I haven't
Yes.
been over there and checked what they have in the bag. So like,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Draco's in charge of that.
Yeah, he's taking care of that.
As we said, everything is possible.
I think every benefit on that lottery has a downside to it.
Yeah, well, and we don't know what's in it. That's the really
That's why
big
the
thing.
Yeah.
it's called.
Well,
the
I know
lottery.
one of the things. That's why I'm saying that. I think there's like a counter effect for the good that you get off of it.
And I believe you did. I'm sure that you have something that you're gonna be. Should I use that or not? Okay, so are we gonna nominate Elliot or? It's just gonna be fun, looking at him.
We're not gonna
silence.
nominate Elliot.
We're
No.
not gonna nominate Elliot.
No.
Did you want to
No.
have fun?
Elliot is trustworthy.
I forgot
I
to
was gonna
clarify
say
that. Like, if you're silenced, you can't hold up text, and you can't defend yourself. Just so it's clarified. So
Wow, let's.
we always have debates about that.
Or can you mime? Or
You can mime. You can do whatever you want, like sign language, but you can't hold up text.
okay.
Doesn't
You know,
mean
I'm
anyone's
okay
gonna
nominating
understand
Blake.
you.
I'm okay nominating Blake if someone wants to do it, and then letting him choose who he goes up against, as long as
Wait,
it's not me.
I don't want
We
that.
have
I
to
don't want
nominate
that
Blake.
What did Blake do that was so suspicious?
He questioned my information.
He's just being funny.
But your information makes no sense.
I don't agree with your information either. That doesn't mean I'm a werewolf.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to talk to Joseph about it because I'm just doing what he's telling me to do. So he told me I'm a bodyguard. I protect myself last night.
Oh, and that's fine, but that's not a reasoning for voting for Blake.
Can I?
Well, he's not wanting to help the bodyguard, a great village role.
Okay, definitely.
I think we just need to
Let's move
say
on
Josh
from
is right.
that conversation then.
Josh, I just want to ask you a question.
No,
you
let's move on from that conversation.
Just a quick
No,
question.
Daniel,
You're killing time, Daniel. You're killing time, Daniel.
Can you nominate Blake?
I could, but I don't want to nominate Blake. I feel like
Now
that's
we can move
very aggressive on the first day.
Okay.
Very aggressive.
Right. Was that a nomination I heard? No.
No.
I'm just asking. I must say it's so nice to not have like another game starting in like 2 hours after. I felt so stressed on yours. Now I feel relaxed.
that
But
many.
we shouldn't be sitting here all night, so let's get some nominations going anyway. But yeah.
That many roles, like you can kind of tell who has roles, but the problem is which role they have. That's the hard part with so many.
Well, I'm a basic villager, so we can get that out of the way early. So I'm one of the ones without a role.
Oh, Jugan is eating like a baby dragon, so he's.
Can I? Well, I'll just. I don't know how many people are going to agree with me, but I think this is kind of a basic thought or strategy. But if you are whatever the Voldemort wolf is, and you're picking your Horcrux, in my mind, you're going to pick a quiet player. You're not going to pick. It could, it would be an advanced play because you don't want that person to die because then you're vulnerable. So it would be an advanced play to pick a Connor or a Gil or a me, but I kind of am more afraid of the typical quiet players being Horcruxes.
So I have something to piggyback on that, and it could be wrong, but I want to throw it out there. So the Gwommywolf picked the Gworcrux, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And then the Gwommywolf gets the second option that the Gwommy didn't pick. Could they have given it to Elliot and then silenced Elliot? No, we wouldn't vote Elliot out this first night.
I was thinking down those lines. I think it's a possibility.
I'm just saying.
It's up to who the player is.
I've
Really.
never actually seen a game where we voted out someone silenced. So that was.
I think it's happened before.
Sure.
I think it happened to Daniel once in time.
That is definitely something you would do, Connor.
No. I was silenced
by
the
Elliot
next
one
day.
day, but that's not going to
Oh, okay.
No, I know, but it's one extra day that we don't have to worry about. I'm just saying. Again, I could be completely wrong. I just wanted. I'm
with
on
you.
Blake's side where I think it's a quiet person.
But my only issue with that is Elliot could have a role, and it would be a shame to kill him without him getting to ever say anything.
Do you know who's the quiet?
Can I ask a Ruth question, Joseph?
Yeah.
Does the rest of the wolves know who the Gworcrux is, or only the wolf?
Only the Gwommywolf.
Okay.
And the Gwommywolf can't communicate that as well, like during the night.
Okay.
Oh.
Like, I agree. I'm not willing to risk it, but I want to go on record saying it could be Elliot tomorrow if we want to come back to that. They might have used the silence
with
thing
you.
as a defensive
I'm with
strategy.
I think it's
And
depending
it'd
who
be
is the
impossible pretty much for any of
Gwommywolf.
us to know except for the one person who chose him.
I wouldn't really think of Elliot.
I mean, if someone's really defending another player, then maybe.
Do you tell the player that the person is the?
No. It's like this little cursed amulet, and it's just like in their back pocket, and the Gwommywolf snuck by them at the market and just put them in the pocket. So.
Oh, everybody check your pocket.
So what do we do?
Chris, how about you say something?
Something?
Josh, are you still most suspicious of Blake?
I mean, I'm not going to let this Blake thing go. I mean, questioning a great village role day one, I just don't understand it.
I just want to check something. Don't follow on this. Guys, don't follow on this. I'll nominate Blake.
Okay, there's a nomination for Blake. Is there a second?
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna scratch that. We're back to 0 candidate.
Did Chris say anything, by the way?
No, he didn't, and we kind of just talked over it. I would like him to say something other than
If I were a werewolf, I would not want to come out right now. If I was a villager, I would say that I'm suspicious of Timothy because he's not, and Better now because they've not spoken yet.
I have spoken.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm in a villager team. I actually the opposite. I would say if I would choose a Gworcrux, I would choose someone that stays in long and is loud. Because a lot of you guys that play a lot, you stay in longer than you think. There's always loud people at the end. And I would choose one of those. I would not choose a quiet person because you constantly vote out quiet person because they don't say much. So I would choose the opposite.
I
wanna play in the
totally agree with Bettina.
You want to hear my opinion?
There's
on it?
always loud people at the end, and you always vote out the quiet people because when they finally say something, you say that it wasn't what you were expected to hear or something like that.
I want to play in those games.
I agree.
Was anyone else watching Josh's reaction when I asked Chris to talk? Because I was paying attention to him. He seems to be Chris's kryptonite. And
Well, I wasn't looking at Chris. I was looking at Blake because I don't know why we're not getting Blake up on the chopping block. Come on, people.
Well, I think that
I
was,
tried.
That's true.
Oh.
I think
What
that
did you
whatever.
think? Sorry.
No, go.
Okay, it's just after you said that, I just want to see what the reaction will be, and then you nominate Blake. What do you expect to happen?
Me?
No, don't humor it. Don't.
I expect
Yeah, let's
Josh
move
to
on from
second.
Josh. Don't keep on the Josh conversation. We need to find somebody else to. Yeah.
That Bettina, that's definitely a quirk. That's what I was checking. That's definitely a quirk, and we're just moving on from it. It's gonna be fun if Josh is really suspect of Blake. It's gonna be.
Let me ask that. Other than Josh, does anybody have any suspicions right now?
No, right now, no. It's super bad that the first day it's like.
It's the first day. Yeah, we got nothing.
The Chris,
A couple possibilities of
whatever
what the Gwommywolf might be or might
I
not.
like the theories of Blake and Connor, to be honest. but
Whatever
I don't know
Chris
if I
just
trust
said,
them.
whatever Chris just said made like no sense to me. He said if I was a werewolf, I wouldn't come out, and if I was a villager, and he pointed to two people that, to me, what was that? And nobody thought that was weird.
no, I did,
No.
but I'm also, again, the only thing I'm worried about is I'm worried about is quirks, right? That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely, he's my number one right now, and I'm willing to nominate him just because we don't seem to have anyone else. So I'm willing to.
I cannot read Chris. I cannot read Chris, and I've given up. I've killed him as a werewolf. I've killed him as a villager, being on the good team, right? And I cannot. It's hard for me.
I'm just gonna feel bad if it's a quirk, but I think Chris is the most suspicious to me right now.
I'm willing to go with whatever on Chris.
All right, well, I'm gonna throw Chris's name in there, and we'll see if we can get somebody else. I'll nominate Chris.
All right, so we have a nomination for Chris, and we have a second from Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot
So
seconds.
Chris is the first candidate. We need to find a second candidate to go up against Chris.
I mean, Chris, if you want to nominate someone yourself to go against, I would recommend Blake. Well, no, I didn't second you. I'm just saying.
Was that a severe case of hint hint?
Just saying.
Chris, it's gonna be fun, Gabe.
I need to hear more from you. I need to hear more from you to sway me to somebody else, because right now I don't have anyone else on my list.
I'm just a villager. I've not really got any suspicions because it's
All the
first
things
day,
and
I don't know anything.
when he was speaking, he said, "If I was a werewolf, this and that. If I was a villager, this and that." That might be, first of all, that might be a quirk, which I don't know. I haven't heard a quirk like that from Joseph, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna meta, but yeah. And on the other hand,
I don't think so. I think he's a little tense.
he
I think
might
he's
be a
tense.
role. He might be a role, though. That's what scares me.
Daniel, wasn't your last statement that you can't read Chris at all? So we probably shouldn't listen to you on your reads on Chris.
Yeah, that's definitely it. But this is my logical trying to understand stuff, and that's why I cannot read it. I don't know if it's a quirk or he's something. That's my problem with it. So
that was the least quirky thing ever. I mean, Josh doing, I hate to say his name, but doing that thing over and over again, okay, I can get that. But someone
No.
called out.
Chris is different. I think Chris
mean-
is tense. I think he's not a quirk. I think Josh is a quirk. I think Chris is a little tense. I don't know if he's a wolf, but I'm like, I wasn't suspicious of him until he started answering, and like, I think he wasn't expected to be called out so soon in the game, and it got a little lost again. Like, yeah.
I just want to hear him talk more. Honestly, it's just that. Like, not hearing much is the part that's worrying me right now.
sometimes it's bad to like throw people and ask them to talk. I mean,
I know, but
personally,
if you're on the chopping block. What else are you supposed to do? You got to do something. Sitting there being silent. I'm telling you, I'm willing to vote you out if you're going to do that. I would probably not do that then.
No.
Do you normally ask the person that's nominated on the first day to nominate the second person? So, Chris, who do you want to nominate?
Well, I might have to nominate someone else who's also being so quiet. There's quite a few other people that are also being a lot quieter than me. But
You mean Elliot?
like Gro, Courtney.
What?
I've not heard much from them.
Well, Strawberry, Grow, Sean, Jugan, Courtney.
Hey, hold on, I
and
have been
Betsy
talking.
We're the least talking. And me, and Greg, probably.
I'm always quiet too. Yeah. So
But then
I'm
again, I
waiting for my
usually
name
am
every time
quiet,
I
so-
say
I'm gonna throw. I'm sorry.
I don't think it means anything. I'm just
I'm gonna
saying
throw
that those are the quiet.
I think he just picked quiet people because those are the people he can probably combat in a voting for. He didn't choose any vocal people because it'd be pretty hard to out-talk them. That's just what I think right now.
Also, it's a
What if
lot
you're
of
calling
names
me out for being quiet when there's
to
people that
throw
are more
out,
quiet than
so
me?
that a bunch of people have to just start overlapping talking.
That's what I'm saying. You're calling me out for being quiet when there's people that are more quiet than me. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
Well, it's your responses. I think your responses just need to have a little more oomph. That's it.
I don't think it's because you were quiet. I think it's the way you reacted when you got called out. I felt like a little bit like yesterday. Like you weren't expected to be called out, and you got a little tense. Like you didn't know how to react. I could be wrong, but I think you act a little bit like you did yesterday, and that makes me suspicious. I might be wrong, but that's where the suspicious came from. I wasn't looking at you again, but after you fooled me yesterday, like.
I got a rules question for someone. If you have a quirk that you have to say something and then you get silenced, how does that work? Well, then you don't have to say it, obviously. So
I assume the silence would take precedence.
I just want to say, I just want to say that we're now in a way psychologically assessing people. Just Chris, nominate someone and let's go with it, okay? We don't want to. I mean, it's not good to continue assessing you. I can see that your energy is like, stop doing that. So let's just nominate someone. Let's do it.
Day one's never easy too. We got nothing to go on.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I've got no suspicions, so it's just going to be. I'll nominate Graham.
Wait, Graham has been nominated. Is there a second for that? It doesn't look like
Okay,
it.
I'll second it.
Okay, Blake is seconding.
Pick someone.
All right, so it's Graham versus Chris, and Chris is first. So Chris, you can do your defense, and then we'll do a later questions after that.
I'm just a villager. You don't want to kill me. I'm on the village team. I've got no real suspicions. I just nominated Graham because I was under pressure of trying to nominate someone, and I said I didn't have any suspicions. I mean, I'm trying to work out who werewolves could be, but I don't know.
All right. So let's have Graham's defense, and then we have a questions after that. So.
I mean, Chris himself said he wasn't suspicious. If you're suspicious of me, feel free to vote down. I think we should have people just vote with your heart, and I suspect I'll be able to stay alive, so that's fine.
Any questions for the candidates?
I mean, to be honest, Graham, that's why even if I said to Chris, please nominate someone, we should not kill Graham. Definitely.
So I think I missed that. We are doing the 2 people voting on this
Yes.
one? Oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
So who is up and who's down then?
Graham will be down.
Yeah, I'll go through that before we... it's just if you want to ask any questions.
Graham?
Yep.
Are you on the village team?
I am indeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute you all.
Elliot, do you have any questions?
That's just mean. All right, so Elliot can feel better now because everyone is muted, so it's not just you. All right, so then let's vote. We're gonna vote up to kill Chris, down to kill Graham, or you can choose to not vote. You just retract your arm. And let's do it in 3, 2, 1, vote. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have majority to kill Chris. So sorry, Chris. Thanks for playing, but you have been killed. And Chris was a werewolf. Good night, everyone. That was a good start for the village. All right, let's start off with waking up the Gwommy So Gwommy if you want to wake up, and you will get some options here to do something. So you want to do the top part or the bottom part, you want to do that. So who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Then I want the Gwommywolf. So Gwommywolf, if you want to wake up, you have to do this to someone. So who do you want to do that to? Thank you. Then Gwommywolf, if you can wake up again, you can do your action if you want to. Thank you. You can go back to sleep, and let's have the bodyguard wake up. So bodyguard, who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you. Then we're gonna have all the werewolves, Gwommywolf, werewolves, everyone that is a werewolf. All the werewolves can wake up. And pick a player to try to eliminate. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. And then let's have the evil Gworcrux, if you want to wake up. And who do you want to give a quirk to? Thank you. And finally, the seer, who do you want to check tonight? Thank you. And that's everyone. So you can all wake up, but before you unmute yourself, some things did happen here. So first of all, let's see. Daniel, you can't speak today. Someone silenced you. Sorry, man. Elliot, and this is the werewolves are jerks. I will say that Elliot has been killed in the night. Sorry, Elliot, you never got to say anything. You are dead, and Elliot is not actually dead. I'm sorry, I forgot something. Elliot is still around. Disregard the last comment. All right. So yeah, Elliot is still around. Okay. Then okay, I messed up. Anyway, so Elliot is still here, which is good because then he can speak at least some in the game. Then we had something else happening, and I will send someone a message. So let me do that right away. It's better I just do it right away. So let me send a message real quick. There we go, so everyone can check their messages. And I will also do the lottery. So we're gonna have the lottery. So let's see who is going to win this time. Why am I so slow on this? There we go. So let's see. Good luck, everyone. It's exciting. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? It is Sean. Sean, you have won in the lottery. So a number between 1 and 18, but you can't pick 13 or 1.
Oh, we'll make it easy for you and just say 2.
2, okay. So I'm gonna send you a message right away with what you got and so on. There we go. And you can try to meta how quickly I type and how many things. Let's see, the other one is going to be, oh, it's Sean again. Sean, you're really lucky. So Sean, another number.
3, I guess.
3, okay, so you get both 2. I know lotteries are not fair. Okay, so I'm gonna send you another message. Here we go. And now you can begin the day.
You know, this worked really well this last night for me. Because I have only one suspicion, and my suspicion is like 98% sure of it. That Daniel is a werewolf.
I'm with you.
Yeah, like his whole first day was like I keep putting little check marks on Daniel for things he say and how he reacted. I was very unlike of him the way he acted. There is 2% chance that I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think, and that's the only suspicion I got. I have other people that I think they have roles. I just haven't figured out if it's good or bad.
I'm curious if Josh has any suspicions today.
Can I ask that too? And who'd you protect last?
So the gift I got yesterday, I want to start there, was actually the potion of superiority, which I could give it to someone, and if they have the night roll, it's kind of doubled. So what's that? So the thing that I have to scroll up a little bit. So
just be careful not to say something that will go give up that the person has a role or not.
No, it'll be fine. If they're a villager, they can check the same or protect or do something to the same person 2 nights in a row. But if they're a werewolf, then they get 2 kills every single night. So I give it to the one person that I knew I could trust, me and only me. So that means I can bodyguard myself every single night, which I am super powered right now. Interesting enough, I was also told yesterday during the day that I'm also the seer. And so I went ahead and checked myself because I wasn't too sure. But I am a villager. So as far as suspicions go, I don't know. I think Blake is probably good. I could get behind Daniel being
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Daniel is bad. I mean, the way he acted on the first day was very unlikely Daniel. Very un-Daniel way to play the first day.
I did think Chris was a werewolf, but I didn't want to say anything because I hate kicking him off day 1, 2 games in a row.
I think Chris got unlucky because he went after Graham. Like, that was I don't think anybody was suspecting Graham at that point. He should have picked Timothy or somebody else he named, and then it would be a little harder to vote for him.
Hey Connor,
Why is
why
Graham
did you
easier
vote
to
to kill
kill than
Graham?
Timothy?
Thanks, Gil.
Say it again, Courtney.
Oh, I was asking because you were like one of the people who was like leading the charge against Chris, but you voted to kill Graham instead.
Yeah, I just mixed it up. I completely forgot which one was up and down.
And,
I mean, I made it very clear who I wanted to vote out. I mixed.
and the other one was Timothy.
I
Was
voted
that
to
one
kill
also
Graham
Timothy?
because I felt like Chris was just being targeted and I didn't have any information. Obviously, the werewolves knew that he was a werewolf, and so they all voted to kill him.
I'm gonna say something, Courtney. Although I'm not suspicious of Connor right now, but don't take him throwing a werewolf under the bus as clear him out. Keep
Oh, I
watching.
never
He
do.
may be good. I'm not suspecting him, but Connor voting werewolves out means nothing in this game.
No, believe me, I've played enough games with all of y'all that nothing clears anybody anymore for me.
You're learning.
No, with Daniel, with Connor, no. Sorry.
So Elliot's
Well,
not
Elliot,
right?
you're welcome to talk
Yeah.
today.
And if you're baby dragon, you're allowed to come out with that now, right?
That is true.
And you're not silenced anymore, right?
That, to my knowledge, is also true.
Used to be.
He just enjoyed it so much. He avoided being killed the first day. He's
I
gonna keep
like
this
new
going.
Joseph, just a question. Can you get a second quirk from the lottery? I know you can't get a second one from the quacker, but what happens if you get a second quirk from the lottery?
No, that's not gonna work.
How big? Impossible.
Talk about
to
a
kill
rigged
the wolf.
lottery.
Sean, I'm going to give you the floor. I know you don't like.
It's a good
talking
question,
about
though.
it. So, Sean, do you want to say or share anything?
Yes, I do. I was actually going to jump in there, but so I want to talk about what I got, at least one of the items, and it is a tinfoil hat. I think that's extremely important for the village team to know that I have a tinfoil hat. So, Gwami Man, if you get the C action, don't use it on me. You're going to waste your turn. And Seer, you're not going to be able to see what I am, but I am on the village team. So I want to get that out there first. So the other thing I got, I might as well say it. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to hold on to that. I think it's probably not good to say that yet. So
Another question I have: could one of the werewolves have gotten the evil Gworcrux? Is that something that can stack?
He said that roll can't stack, I think.
Also, so it doesn't mean it. It could be that the evil, like one of the werewolves, could be a quack man or a
The Gworcrux is a werewolf. Always.
Gworcrux, yeah,
Oh,
is
the
a werewolf.
Gworcrux is a
Yeah,
werewolf.
yeah, it's a separate
okay.
role. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
Maybe I should clarify that more.
No, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just like I was trying to puzzle some stuff together.
It doesn't seem like anybody has a new quirk though, so maybe Chris was the quacker.
I mean, quirks don't mean you have to be the first one to come out and say something outrageous.
True. Just nothing so far.
Nobody has wished anyone Happy New Year yet. I don't know what's going on.
Happy New Year, everyone. There we go. Get that out of the way. It's a once per game quirk, though. I'm not doing it again.
I just want to make sure, at the risk of sounding suspicious, so Josh can bodyguard protect himself every night, or where he's still doing his. Like,
Look, maybe Joseph just screwed up on the possibility of the rules, but I mean, I'm good. So
I mean, that's great. It's
great because the village team now has a permanent bodyguard and a permanent seer.
That's cool.
So
see that? Okay, so you get to see and bodyguard protect
Blake,
every
don't-
night.
oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not catching on to the.
It's the potion of superiority. It's
Oh,
right there in
okay.
the name.
Sorry.
One option that I mean
Oh,
we
no.
probably should discuss is Chris was very obviously going to die. He could have chosen Graham as another werewolf, so that way to kind of throw all sorts of suspicion off Graham for like an in-game scenario. Because Graham was very confident he was not going to die. So
it's not a bad thought at all.
I mean, it was something I was considering. I just don't know how I feel about that.
Him being confident is partly why I thought he was a werewolf, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, we'd had the entire village say basically that Chris was acting suspiciously. If there was anyone who was suspicious of me, I was happy to have them vote down for me, but I didn't feel like there was anyone who would be more suspicious of me than him.
I feel like the entire village was saying that if the entire village is the three people that were talking the most.
I was thinking Chris was pretty tense. I know I'm not the most vocal one here, but he did seem pretty tense.
Yeah.
Elliot, you are aware that you can talk? Then talk.
Well, all we know is he's not silenced today.
You know how much is hurtful that I just said that I 98% suspected of Daniel, and everybody just walk away from that conversation.
You could
No,
nominate.
I heard you, Jill. I heard
Yeah,
you.
we're just
Actually,
looking at
didn't-
other.
I didn't hear you.
Go ahead and nominate him.
Don't start
What-
pouting. You had 2 people agree with you. We just.
I'm
wanted
just I'm just waiting to see who he's gonna go against before I bring that. Yeah.
Well, Daniel didn't come out with a rule the first day.
He didn't really.
He
have
said some weird thing. He said he was the Lycan, and then he
Oh,
Right,
he
he
did.
said like
changed something that he was talking about Chris. He was
said-
against Chris, and then he decided to verbalize
said he
him
can-
almost
he
protecting
said-
Chris.
He said he knows for a fact there's at least
There's a
one
bot. There's a
bot.
Yeah, he said a bunch of weird things that was just like, yeah. And the way, like, all of a sudden he changed his mind about Chris and tried to, like, the way he was saying, like, I think Chris is a werewolf, but maybe not, kind of things. Yeah, that was a bunch of things that was very, yeah.
Jugan, what do you think? You're quiet.
Please, hunters, don't kill me.
I am. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of just reading and not talking because you're not helping, and I don't know what the strategy is. It just doesn't help the village by not talking.
Can I agree to that? Because I think once being silenced and then not being nominated because you are silenced and it's mean because you can defend yourself. But if you then voluntarily choose to do that,
You're not helping us. You're just hiding, essentially. If you're good.
I've got no information at all that I think is helpful to share.
But at least hearing you say that is more information than you think. I just don't like the silent and sitting back and just observing. If people, I mean, I think you should just voice yourself when you feel like you see something.
I think more or less on the right lines. Josh, I can't figure out.
I'm on the
Although,
village team. I've got a roll. 2 rolls if you've been counting.
yeah, and I think by the end of the game, you'll be the washerwoman, the chef, and the bus driver as well.
I have a couple of people I definitely think are good. It's finding the suspicious people I'm struggling with right now.
Is there anyone else that thinks Sean could be bad and still have been honest about the tinfoil hat?
No,
Oh,
I do not.
I mean,
I don't think
possible.
so.
I mean, no
I
one.
think Sean seems very relaxed and sincere for.
Yep, agreed.
I have to admit, if someone claims they got a tinfoil hat, they're normally the first person I'd check.
But I'm
That's
just
fine.
thinking,
I'm just trying to help
Yeah.
out by saying that.
that's fair. I'm saying, like, either way, like, regardless of what team you're on, it was a good thing to say, because if somebody does check you later and they don't trust you, when it turns out you were telling the truth, it seems good, but that doesn't necessarily clear you, is all I'm saying.
It made me wonder if I mentioned that I got one in the lottery, and I was also kind of strategically choosing ones because I knew someone picked number 1. I wanted to try 2 and 3 to see if I could see some sort of pattern in what the gifts were. I was thinking, especially when Jill mentioned that it's kind of a double-edged sword. Instantly, I was thinking something like a tinfoil hat. So I was trying to.
Are
if I
you
got
mad
one,
at me?
Mention it. Yeah, absolutely.
You put the potion of superiority as number 1, Joseph. I think you're admitting yourself.
I think it is a good
Progressively get
idea.
worse is what you're saying. So like 18 is like you just die right away.
I was
Okay.
thinking it
Oh,
opened up
13
for
was the
people, too.
double-edged sword. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, couple of observations. One, the feeling I get from today is that we don't have a crazy wolf. Just
I don't
because
think
if
so
we do,
either.
I can't put my
claims
finger on who.
I don't think so either.
Josh
Yeah.
claims here.
Yeah, there's that, and Daniel's also silenced. And I know we think that he's a werewolf, but I just want to throw out the possibilities here.
I just want to say that Josh claims seer and
All
body.
right. So we can move on. I'm going to nominate Daniel. and then
Okay,
you
we
guys
have a
can choose.
nomination for Daniel. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, so Daniel is the first candidate. And now we're looking for a second one.
And Daniel's getting ready to do charades for his defense. Is that?
Daniel,
He's trying
if
to
you wanna
write down.
charade who you want to go against.
Yeah, you're not allowed to hold up words to the camera.
No words, but
I'm assuming
my
just
one
to
thing,
allow him
though.
to hold up a name.
I'm ready to kill him, but I need you to be very confident because we're not giving him
Oh.
a chance to talk. That's the
I'm
the
not,
only
well,
thing.
he
That's
will
why I
be
don't
able
like
to defend.
nominating silence players.
I'm so confident that if you guys want to put me against him, I'm fine against that too.
I don't want to do that, but I will go with you on that.
It was not a little bit. It was like very un-Daniel first day. It was a lot of tellings. It's not one thing. There was a lot of things that he did that were very unusual. That yeah.
I do have a second thought, which is the Gwommywolf picked me to silence day 1, Daniel to silence day 2. That for me indicates a certain type of player in terms of
It's
who
also
they pick.
possible
No,
the
he
Gwami
couldn't
man
pick- he
picked
couldn't
one of
do
those
two.
and a wolf picked the
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah,
It's possible.
one was the wolf and the other one was the Gworcrux or the evil
if-
Gworcrux.
If you had the option between two things, and we know it wasn't a nominate, which one of See, Protect, Scare would you give up to pick silence?
I agree.
Because I can't think which one of them I would.
I agree completely.
See, I think that's other thing. If I was a werewolf or I was the evil, I would have silenced one of the werewolf, and that's what tops me a little more onto suspicious onto Daniel. That just kind of was a cherry on the cake for me.
The argument, though, is then you give the Gwommywolf the chance to do a Mystic Sea, protect somebody.
It does depend what the other action was. Yes.
I mean, I would never choose silence over the See or protect. Maybe the nominate I could see, and I don't.
But we know there wasn't a nominate.
Yeah, there was no nominate, and I mean, Scare seems easily better than silence as well.
I agree.
And that's why, as soon as we came back, I said this day worked perfectly for me, because Daniel being silent just told me that the werewolves decided to silence one of the other werewolves, and I was already suspicious of Daniel. So that was just for me like a confirmation that there was a play there, and he was a werewolf.
Joseph, I have a rules question, I guess, just to differentiate the two. If the Crazy Wolf's in the game, they pick somebody, they have to claim that role. That's only for that day, and then if they don't pick them again, they don't have to do that anymore.
Exactly.
And the Gwacker, if the Gwacker picks somebody, they have to do that quirk for the rest of the game, or is it just like?
That's for the rest of the game, unless they get fixed somehow, if that's possible.
No, and that's one of the things I had really struggled with in the first round is trying to figure out if quirks and Crazy Wolf and all that was in it. And that's what I'm worried about going later into the game.
No, I think.
Sure. I just want to hear. Go for it, Graham. But I just want to hear from Grow.
Sure. I was just saying, if nobody else comes out with a role today, then we can hopefully.
Right, I'm starting to think that Crazy Wolf isn't in the game.
Yeah.
But didn't Josh claim bodyguard and now
He
he's
did.
claiming Seer?
Yeah. So
he is doing that right
Well,
now.
yeah, but would the Crazy Wolf pick the same person twice, or can they pick the same person twice?
No,
in a
I
row?
think one was an item or a quirk, and the other one was a Crazy Wolf.
That's possible. Yeah.
What's up, Grow?
I don't know. I feel really, really crappy about that Daniel's been nominated. I think he's suspicious, but I just feel bad about the whole nominating someone who can't in any way say anything to.
I understand that, but the problem is he was silenced as a gameplay from the werewolves. That's what I'm thinking, because I was very suspicious of him, and when he came out silenced, I thought that's too coincidental for me to be suspicious of somebody, and then is all of a sudden silent. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna say that I'm 100% sure. As I said, I'm like 98% sure. When day end, I was pretty much sure about Daniel, and he came silent on the next day. I was like, okay, that is too much telling for me. But could be
Let's say-
something else. I could be wrong. I
I
don't
know-
feel bad at all because I think he's a werewolf. Now, if he's not, then I'll feel terrible.
I know it's totally meta though, but my view on nominating people who are silenced is if it's a random nomination, a bit like day one, I'll stay away from them. If it's someone new and it's the first couple of days in the game, I'll stay away from them whilst they're silenced. If it's an experienced player or you get to the point where we've only got 4 people left in the game, there comes a point where everyone's got to be fair game.
Well, if
And-
I
and I think-
understand to be silent the first, second day, but if you're silent the whole game, you're just not helping. You're being a detriment to the team. I don't feel bad at all of killing silent people either.
No,
I'll say I
I
had
mean,
no
someone
problem.
who's silenced rather than someone who isn't talking.
I didn't have any problem seconding because the change in the attitude when Chris was nominated kind of set off an alarm for me. And the whole thing about not being able to defend himself, in all honesty, every time Daniel defends himself, he convinces me he's good and I fall for it every time. So I'm okay not hearing his defense because it's whether he's telling the truth or lying, I'm going to believe him.
That's
Yeah,
kind
you're
of
smiling, you know.
I mean, if you guys think I'm wrong, we just don't
Well, no,
kill
Gil,
him. I
that's-
just
I
don't
know.
think I just don't think I'm wrong.
That's where I'm at too. Like, do you think Daniel could have just, if he had survived this night, obviously you'd still be suspicious of him if he made it the next night. Like, how do you think he could have talked his way out of it? Is that why you want him out now versus tomorrow?
That was not my reasoning. I wasn't expecting him just to be silent. What I said was a good thing, not because he was silent. I said it was a good thing. He just told me that there was a play among the werewolves to silence him. That was my guess. I may be wrong. Maybe he was just silenced by whoever else have a thing. It's just like, yeah, I just think there was too many tells on the first day. There was way too many tells on the first day for me.
Look,
and that's the only suspicion I have. Daniel is the only person I'm suspecting right now. That's why I'm not suggesting anybody against him right now because I don't know who else could be.
Okay, look, I've pretty much done my job of making myself as suspicious as I can to the werewolves and taking up a silence and their kill one night. They're probably not going to pick me again, and because of the way things have played out, my role was already sort of out. If you just need a straw man to go up against Daniel, in case he somehow persuades you he's actually the seer and you should keep him alive, I'm very happy to be that straw man.
No, Elliot, you're on my good list. I don't want you ever being up for nomination.
Didn't Jugan actually point himself out when we were talking about who to nominate against Daniel? I know he's not talking. I don't know what happened there, but he kept on pointing at himself.
Jugan?
I'm the voice.
Please, hunters, don't kill me.
Well, we
I
know
might
there's
have a
not
bot.
a quirk that says you have
All
to
he's-
digitally modify your voice. So
That
That's not
wouldn't be a
acceptable.
quirk, but it might be him making up a quirk.
And he's literally only said, please, hunters, don't kill me.
Yeah, he'd say other stuff.
I'll be happy
Nominate
to
Jugan.
nominate anybody just so we move forward, but I can't nominate it again because I already nominated.
I have nominated someone. I said nominate Jugan.
But in a
Okay.
second.
Was that a nomination?
yeah.
Okay. Is there a
Between
second?
a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
between a
Okay.
second.
So Jugan is the second candidate. We're gonna start off with Daniel. Now Daniel can't. Well, you can't speak, but you can do some kind of pantomime if you want to. I'm not gonna force you.
I think that means kill him.
No.
All right. Okay. So a deflector shield has been activated. This deflector shield is kind of high tech because you don't even need to say something. You can just press the button, which Daniel just did. So now Timothy is a candidate instead. Daniel has deflected to Timothy. So Timothy, you are on the chopping block. So Timothy, what is your defense?
Okay, well, I'm a villager, and I believe that Gil, Bettina, Josh, and Connor are on my suspect list if I die. I do not think Daniel is a werewolf. I do think that Connor is probably my biggest suspicion, and Gil. Other than that, I don't know. I'm a villager, so.
All right, so let's hear it from
was very
Jugan's,
weird.
Jugan's defense. And I will tell you, everyone, if I haven't told you you have an item, you don't have the item. So it's only the people that I told that they have an item that have it. All right, so Jugan, what is your defense?
Please, hunters, don't kill me.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute everyone. And up to kill Timothy, down to kill Jugan, or you can choose to not vote at all. In 3, 2, 1, vote. So I see Strawberry, or you're not, I guess you're abstaining. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3 up and a bunch down. So Jugan, I'm sorry to say, but you have been killed by the village. And Jugan was a villager. So good night, everyone. All right, so a villager is dead, and we go into the night. And we're gonna start off with the Gwommy man. So Gwommy man, you have 2 options here. You want to do that, so who do you want to do it to? Thank you. You can go back to sleep, and let's have the Gwommywolf. Gwommywolf, you will have to do this, so who do you want to do that to? All right. Then we have the bodyguard. So bodyguard, who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you. And werewolves, all the werewolves. If you want to wake up and give me a target. Okay, thank you. Then let's have the Gworcrux, you evil thing. Who do you want to mess with programmings today? Who's programming? That was a weird sentence. You know what I mean. Thank you. And Seer. Seer, who do you want to check? Thank you. And that was it. All right, so everyone can wake up. But before you unmute yourselves, I am going to All right, everyone go to sleep again. I forgot something. Sorry, guys. I'm obviously a bit tired tonight. So, if we could have the werewolves wake up. All the werewolves can wake up. I'll just tell you something. Now, everybody can wake up. And let me go through the night here. So, first of all, nobody died. So that's a good thing. And then I need to send a message to someone. So I will do that real quick. Let's see, where is that person? All right. Okay, so I sent the message. Everyone can check the messages. And then the fun, the thing that everyone is waiting for in the morning. The lottery is running again. So let's see who got the right numbers in. We have... Oh, Chris is dead. Okay, let's roll again. Courtney, you're the winner. So Courtney, you get to pick. You can unmute and pick between... Well, you can say a number and I'll tell you if it's already taken, basically, because it's starting to get hard. I have to get one of those big things that Ayahu had with all the numbers on. That was nice.
7, please.
7? All right. So you get 7. And I'll text you real quick. This is a bit... okay, there we go. There we go. And then we get the other one is going to be Strawberry. Strawberry, you're the winner. So what number do you want?
Between what numbers was it? Sorry.
1 and 18, sort of.
10.
All right. So I'm gonna send you your item. Okay. So yeah, I think that was it. I don't think I've forgotten anything now. So day 3 can begin.
Daniel didn't feel like playing charades.
Uh,
Had the deflector.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a deflector. So
That play that on there was a pure power play by a wolf. That's all that I'm gonna say about that. So you can take it as you wish. First,
All right.
Second,
Why don't I nominate? Why don't I nominate Daniel? I'm gonna nominate. No, I don't wait. I don't need to wait. I nominate Daniel, and see if nobody wants
Okay.
to second. That's fine.
There is a nomination for Daniel. Is there a second?
Just give me a minute, or not a minute, 2 seconds to say another thing. I publicly want to say that I'm the Lycan. That's it.
I don't think so.
Okay. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to believe me. It's the way of the game.
I know.
And by the way, on Chris, what I said on him, because I couldn't defend myself, I'll just say I definitely cannot read Chris. I was not saying anything to defend him. I voted for him.
But why wouldn't that be the end of it? If you say I can't read him, then your opinion shouldn't matter on that.
I would just Graham, when we nominate someone, can you give the possible logical scenarios about a person?
But you contradict yourself when you did that. The way you talked. That's
I gave three possibilities of what could happen if he is good or bad, saying what he said. All the possibilities. I just throw them out, and I voted for him because I didn't believe him. That was everything that happened there.
It was the
not defending
tonality
him.
of the thing. I can say I like it, or I can say I like it. You know, it does make a difference saying the same thing in two ways. That yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I did forget.
whatever.
I did forget one more thing. I told you I will tell you when the Gworcrux dies. The Gworcrux is dead. Just so you know.
Oh. Oh, that has to be Julian then.
I'm assuming Jugan then. Yeah. Okay.
That is a great thing.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why Jugan was only saying the one thing.
I guess the Gwommywolf hadn't played in the 4 games where Jugan was the first one to die.
Joseph, did Jurgen know he was the Gworcrux?
Did
And if you're dead, please go to the dead chat. Don't send me a lot of messages because it's just annoying for me because it pops up down here. Thank you.
If he had known, he would have done so much more.
Yeah.
Didn't help at all. I'm going to throw out a suspicion, and you guys are going to counter. You can say whatever you want, but Timothy shot up to the top of my list, wasn't even on my list, and it has nothing to do with you picking me as suspicious, because that's normal for me. As soon as you said Josh's name, you shot to my list. In my eyes, Josh is definitely good. I don't think he's pulling a fast one on us, just like I don't think Sean's pulling a fast one on us. And obviously, Elliot's definitely not pulling a fast one on us because he didn't die. So when Timothy said Josh's name, that's red flag for me. I wish I could have voted down on him, but I just didn't want Jugan in with that phrase.
I also want to share one information, which I think is super important for the village, and that's that the Crazy Wolf is definitely in the game. Definitely.
How
I
are
don't
you
agree
finding
with
all
that
this
either.
information?
I don't agree that.
Also, one more thing that I want to say: the Gwacker is not dead. That's another thing that I want to say. Those two are still in the game. Now, definitely, 100%. You get the information about the Crazy Wolf in the chat.
I want
Why
to know.
did you pick Timothy?
What do you say?
I wanted to deflect to someone that I was suspicious of. That's why I deflected to Timothy. I was not sure. Both of the people that I think are bad. It might be Timothy. I'm not sure about it, and I'm kind of sure because I know that I'm good. I'm thinking that Jill is bad, but that doesn't have to be.
I'm not
But
bad, and I'm
since-
sure that at this point, probably after
Can I-
talking so much, the seer has. No, you just said my name, and the seer probably checked me, so I'm not bad. I'm not gonna let you run the game, Daniel.
I'm not running the game.
I just want to give, because I feel like, me, Gil, Daniel, Connor, we're always kind of leading discussion, and other people feel like they're not. So I just want us to be a little more on the low and let Bettina say what you feel, grow, speak up. Graham.
I agree.
Bettina's muted.
I wouldn't be surprised if the seer at this point has checked at least one of Connor, Daniel, Gil, maybe maybe probably even two of them at this point.
Unfortunately, I checked myself again last night just because I wasn't too sure about myself, but I checked myself. I'm still on the village team. And I also protected myself. And I got a message here. Apparently, I am also the town drunk, so I'm going to figure out, I'm going to be told my role tomorrow, and I'm really excited to know if I'm something special. But that's all the information I have. I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Thanks, Joe.
Fair enough.
I guess I'll speak
Yeah,
to
I want to hear some more of the quiet people. Strawberry and Courtney, I'll throw out there too.
Yeah, Josh, just let us know when you become a Gworcrux.
It's actually an item, not a role, right?
Yeah.
At least
Elliot,
for
that's very
this.
suspicious.
But the lichen is an item too, and Daniel tried to claim it. So the Crazy Wolf only can make you claim roles, not items, correct?
That's not an item.
Correct.
Well, yeah,
Like
it's
an
not a
attribute,
role,
it's
though.
not a role.
It's an attribute. It's neither an item nor
we'll
role. It's
call
an
it an
attribute.
attribute.
Can be
Yeah.
claimed.
I mean, attribute
Lichen
item.
can be claimed.
It's not that it can't be claimed, it's you can't be mad about being a lichen.
I will not.
Wait, well, I mean, before
neither
we declare
deny
that, we
or
can ask Joseph,
say
right?
yes to that.
Wait, what?
The Crazy Wolf clarification, is the lichen considered a role that the Crazy Wolf could choose for somebody to have to claim?
It's not a role.
It's an attribute.
You have to have in mind other things that are possible in the game. Okay.
He probably has a quirk that says yes to say he's a lichen.
By the way, I just want to say, I didn't deflect to Gil because I think that he's playing aggressive and he's the werewolf with the deflector. That's why I did deflect to Gil. I just want to know that.
I'm telling you, if you guys don't, I don't mind die. I'm happy if you guys kill me, so you figure out that I'm a villager. But I can't believe that you guys
It's not
Just
that.
let
Like I
him-
said, I just want to hear other people. Like we can't just be nominating in 30 seconds when there's all these players who have shared nothing. So I want to give them a chance to speak. And
I think Gil's biggest concern is that he will die and people will forget suspicion on Daniel. So I think as long as we assure him that that won't be the case, then
I wasn't going to nominate Daniel, but he started talking it, and I want to make sure that I get a nomination before he talk you guys out of it.
And
I'm not talking anybody out of it. I couldn't say anything in my defense last day, and I had to say it. That's it. I'm not talking anybody out of anything. You can do
My-
whatever now. I'm
my-
not even nominating, so.
My view on it all is I would find it very hard, just with how this game's gone, to believe that all of Connor, Daniel, and Gil are on the village team.
Mhm.
I've got my suspicions which ones in that group I trust the least, but I'm also reasonably relaxed about at some point one of them dies or we kill off one, and that starts to clarify where things actually lie with that group as well.
Yeah, my only concern is if nobody else is willing to drive the discussion, then what do we do after we kill a good person, then realize the other one was bad and kill them, and we have no one to point us in the right direction or lead anything. So
Somehow it always ends up with people talking when the people who are trying to drive the game is gone. The game usually doesn't just come to a halt, it usually continues on and other people will start talking.
And
I agree.
kind of think, at least the games I've played, that there are people that seem to get reads early on. There's people that kind of analyze stuff and have more to share later in the game. I'm not sure it's necessarily because more talkative people have been killed off. I just think it's kind of the way the game evolves. I said normally I'm one that contributes more towards the end because I can't read people, and I just have to kind of put together what they've been saying and who actually has lied. And if no one's lied, I really have no idea.
Bettina, did you want to follow up what you were saying? Because I felt
Yeah,
like you
she's
were
trying to
making a
say
point
something.
there.
No, I just I don't know if anyone saw it. I know it's always internet connection, but I had the feeling in the last vote that Crow was significantly late in the vote.
That's because my internet connection is crap. Unfortunately.
For me, at least, her audio is just like a slight millisecond away from her video. So
I think it's just a delay.
Yeah.
And no matter here.
Oh, was that a nomination?
No, sorry.
Oh.
I can nominate Daniel again if you guys want. I'll nominate Daniel.
Okay, Daniel has been nominated.
And it's going to be the last time, because then I will give up.
Is there a second for that?
You won't hear a single nominating from me from now on, just so you guys know.
I'll second it.
All right, Graham second, so Daniel is the first candidate. We need to find a second one.
Strawberry, any thoughts?
Honestly, I'm just trying to keep up with you all.
I will nominate Connor.
Connor has been nominated. Is there a second for that?
Wait, don't
say
second.
why.
Don't second.
Yeah.
I will say why if you want me to. I think that Connor, thinking that Josh is good, is a werewolf, tries to get Josh to now trust him by saying, "Oh, Timothy's bad," because he thinks Josh is bad, and he's trying to pit two villagers against each other.
Okay. Does anyone want to second it before I say anything?
It doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna scratch that. You can
I'll
nominate
let
again
you
if
say
you.
something, but I may nominate you once you finish speaking.
Yeah, I'll scratch that if you want to rename nominate. That's up to you guys, but yeah.
Timothy, you were the one who said Josh was suspicious, which is why you jumped on my list. I even said I didn't have any suspicion on you. I had three people in my mind who were good in my mind. So when somebody says one of them is bad, that immediately jumped up on my list. That's the only reason why I nominated you, or not
Well, to
nominated.
explain, I'm a villager, so I don't have any information. So me thinking Josh is bad is purely just based on how he's acting. And he's saying a lot of things that are just quirk based. And I feel like there has to be at least one werewolf that would have a quirk. And he seems to be the only one that's got like the most obvious quirk, other than Daniel saying, "I'm a lichen." So out of the two, one of them I feel like is a werewolf. And I
Okay,
do
but-
think that Gil is a werewolf. So that's why I think Daniel is not a werewolf. but I could be wrong.
You just countered what you just said a minute ago. You just said that I'm now pitting two villagers against you. So do you think Josh is good or
I'm
bad?
trying to think from your point of view, not mine. So from my point of view, I think
Okay,
Josh is bad, but I think from your point of view, the only reason you would start throwing shade on me because I think a villager is bad is to try to gain trust of a villager.
Timothy,
want to
I'm not
nominate
saying I
Gil.
think.
Okay, there's a nomination for Gil. Is there a second?
I can explain why. Because whatever happens, we get some valuable information out of that vote. Whoever goes out, we get information out of it. That's the reason.
Oh, I'll second Gil.
Okay, so
It doesn't mean one's good, one's bad.
Daniel is going up against Jill, and Daniel has his defense first.
So I don't know if something happened that could, or some of the presents could do that. I'm the seer, and Gil is a werewolf.
Okay.
Wow, now I have no doubt about it.
So let's
So
hear
my
it.
defense-
Let's hear it from Jill. Let's hear from Jill, and then we can do questions after.
Sure. I think I said everything I have. You guys, I'll let you guys decide. It's just like it's the third game that I'm good, and I get suspect of everybody, and I don't know why. Like, I understand I've been a werewolf so many times, but I haven't been a werewolf for a very long time, and you guys still don't trust me for some reason. So it's just, yeah, I'll just leave for you guys to decide, and that will tell me what you guys think or not. But I was very suspicious of Daniel after the first day. Then I got very suspicious when he was silent, and then now I'm 100% suspicious of Daniel. And then you guys do whatever you want.
All right. So, is there any questions?
Yeah, I have a question for Gil. Gil, you've been hyper focused on Daniel. Do you have any other ones before?
That's the problem. That's my only suspicion that I got, and the problem is I got so fixated because I knew you guys would let it go, and I stopped watching other people, so I don't have anybody else. That's the problem.
All right. I don't think.
I mean, I know people have roles. I could tell, but I'm not gonna say because I don't know if their roles are good or bad at this point.
I don't think
Daniel is the only one that I have. But that's fine.
Okay, so Josh has a question.
You can play the deflector shields game.
I mean, I don't know why we're trusting Daniel. I've obviously already come out as a seer, so he's just trying to.
That's not a question, though, Josh. We're just gonna do
I'm getting
questions
there.
for the candidates.
But if he was a seer, what would be his full list? And I'll check it against mine.
Okay, here we go. First night, it's Timothy.
Good or bad?
That's why I deflected to him. Werewolf. Second night, Grow.
What does that mean?
I got that you're a werewolf. That's what that means. That's why I deflected to you. Last day. Second night, Grow, villager. Third night, Gil, werewolf.
Okay, question from Blake.
You're very
I just had a question
I
for
am.
Gil.
As a seer, I am. I'm lucky, by the way, with the Timothy thing. But
Okay, Blake has a question. Please let him speak.
Yeah, it was just for Gil. You mentioned you had an item early on that was a double-edged sword and that people will think you're evil. I mean, I don't think you're evil, but you might. I mean, if there are people who might kill you now, so maybe you should just share.
No,
I don't think
you can kill me. That's fine. I won't share because it's something I may be able to use it.
Okay, so I think we need to move on. We did a few questions. I'm gonna mute everyone, and we need to get the game going. So, up to kill Daniel, down to kill Jill, or you can abstain from voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. So I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up and 3, 4 down. I think Daniel has been killed by the village, right? And sorry, Daniel. Daniel was a werewolf. Good night, everyone. Okay, another werewolf down. And we are gonna start off the night with the Gwommyman. So Gwommyman, here are your options. You want to do that, and who do you want to do it to? Thank you. And Gwommywolf, you have to do this. So who do you want to do that to? Thank you. Let's see here. Then let's have the bodyguard wake up. So bodyguard, who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you. And werewolves. Werewolves, who do you want to target tonight? Thank you. And then we have the evil Gworcrux. Who do you want to give a quirk to? Thank you. And finally, the seer. The seer, who do you want to check tonight? Thank you. Okay, so let me just think for a few seconds so I don't mess anything up. And I don't think I will mess anything up, so you can all wake up. And first of all, good news to the village. Nobody died. Again, seems like nobody dies in this village. In night, at least. Then also, Elliot, you have been nominated. So Elliot is the first candidate for the day. Sorry, Elliot. And then I will send a message to someone. So let me do that real quick. And let me just do this first. That is right there. And then we're gonna have the lottery. So let's see who wins today. I know you're all excited and waiting. I hope you can get a nice prize. We'll see who it is. And that is Connor. Connor, you have won the lottery. So what do you want? A number from 1 to 18, and I'll tell you if it's already taken.
I'll take 6.
So, all right. I will send you a message. Okay, then we're gonna roll it up again, and this time it is Blake. Blake is the winner.
4.
So you want 4. I'll send you a message. There we go, and then we can have the day. So day 4, right? Yeah, day 4.
Hey, Connor, out of curiosity, did you vote up or down on the second?
Daniel.
I'm sorry, you voted down for Daniel?
Daniel.
Wasn't down for Gil?
Yes.
Up for
I was surprised how many people vote down. Yeah.
Oh,
Does he mean
I
the
thought it was
first
down.
time
I
for
voted down.
Daniel?
I definitely thought Daniel was down.
Yeah. No, I was surprised. I was surprised when I saw your finger down.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to.
Always vote the wrong way and then say he.
Yeah, that's strange.
I don't. Yeah, that's very not Connor-like. So I was trying to figure out. I couldn't. I knew it happened the first and the third vote, but I was just trying to see if the second. I didn't see for sure that day. That's why
I definitely messed that up.
Oh wait. I need to send one more. I never sent.
Nobody died. Sorry, My head
Nobody
hit
died.
one of the keys on the keyboard and mute everything.
Never mind. I'm just confused. Never mind. No.
Did anybody die?
No, no one died.
I have information.
Means the bodyguard actions are on fire.
I keep protecting myself, and they keep on targeting me.
They just keep targeting you.
Okay.
Well, I trust you 100%. You know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you
just
gotta be
gonna-
protecting yourself.
What were
And
you
it's
saying, Blake?
attacking you every night.
I think I'm just gonna come out with it. Why not? So I am the Gwami man, and I'm 90% sure Connor is a wolf because I scared him last night when there was no kill. I checked someone that came up as a villager. I don't know if I should say because I guess I will. Graham. Well, too late. Graham's a villager. I knew Daniel was lying because I just did. He said something that I knew he was lying. So that's really all I have because I just would like to be protected tonight. But Connor, I'm 95% sure is a wolf, unless the bodyguard just knows that they got a block last night or 2 nights ago. Connor.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you that I'm not the werewolf. I mean, I definitely believe you're the Gwami man. I'll give you my gift, so it's not gonna help you guys voting me out, but I have 2 lives now. You're not gonna learn anything if you vote me out today. But if you believe
lucky,
Blake, then
very
go.
lucky.
Wolf.
No. He just gave my lottery was I have 2 lives.
Was his 2 lives? Yeah.
Oh, you're a tough wolf and claiming that.
I don't.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. That's why I haven't told you mine because see, those gifts can be two-way. I was hoping to be checked sooner, so then when I tell my gift would be almost impossible for the werewolves to win. But
Do we want to find out if Connor actually has 2 lives?
He needs to be the nominee.
I was thinking down those lines. It might be a good idea just to get rid of one of them.
It's gonna be me versus Elliot. So obviously I'm gonna get voted out because I hope at this point nobody thinks
Not voted out, you're going to lose one of your lives, remember?
Correct.
Yes, if we have 2 villagers that have 2 lives and one of them, the baby dragon, is lost.
It doesn't prove that I'm good or bad. Me losing the life.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, it's a higher likelihood that I scared a wolf than the bodyguard protected someone 2 nights ago. So I'm especially when there's
Before we just go nominating, can I please hear from either Courtney and or Strawberry? Because you all have not said much this entire game.
No, because I'm trying to keep up with everyone, and when you all talk over each other, it makes it harder.
I don't know if because of my unstable connection, Connor, why was it you were saying it was going to be you versus Elliot?
Elliot's already nominated.
Okay, I didn't even hear that part. Good to know. I don't actually have as much suspicion on Connor as other people do, which I probably should have based off of the fact that he's pretty good at playing this game and I've played with him many times. But I do trust Blake, which I did before you saying anything about Gwami Man. And the only people that I there's something weird, sorry to bring it back to Timothy again, but I do have a slight suspicion on him just because I know Daniel on his way out was trying to throw him and Grow under the bus as both being werewolves, and he would be the type of person who would throw another werewolf in there, knowing that even if he did die, we might not think that they would be, you know what I mean? Like he'd be trying to clear people.
I think he said Grow was good trying to get her vote.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, but it's
So
very
it could
possible
be-
that one or both of them are werewolves, and that doesn't.
I'm actually the opposite, where I don't think Daniel would do that. So I don't
Okay.
think he's bad anymore.
yeah, I don't know which one. I think it's it's either one or both of them at this point.
I don't
One or
know.
both of
It's
who?
I want to change topics for a moment here, and because I think maybe we don't really know what the Gwommywolf is, and we were thinking it was Crazy Wolf. Daniel was confirming that he's like, absolutely, we have the Crazy Wolf. I don't know if that's true anymore.
I don't think he did.
I think he was saying Lycan, because when he died, we would think that because he knew he was about to die. If I had died, then you guys would go after him. So he was making a quirk that we would think. I don't think there's a mad wolf.
Did we drop someone?
Strawberry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you tell us if? Sorry. Would you tell us Gwommywolf dies the same way the Gworcrux died? So
Well,
no, we
just-
wouldn't
no,
get
Matter
no,
anymore
no.
because now it's gonna be a normal kill, right?
Gwommywolf is a werewolf team.
We know the Gwommywolf is alive because there's no way the Gwommy man would have nominated me last night.
And scared someone.
Well,
yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, you're back.
sorry, Elliot. I was thinking that, that the Gwommywolf nominated you. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
They had to.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying we know the Gwommy
I was wondering if you had publicly said any suspicions that maybe they were hoping that you would nominate somebody who was also good, and that's why they nominated you, put you up for nomination.
This is me. Last round.
No, I'd commented on the Blake Skill Daniel triangle, and I wasn't sure who, but I thought there was at least one bad one.
You're
in there, but
suspecting
then-
me,
then
mentioned me
Daniel
as well.
died. I mean, I don't totally suspect you. I totally believe Blake being Gwommy man because I think it. Well, to be fair, the Gwommy wolf would know when the Gwommy man's dead.
No, stop.
No,
I'm telling
or
you.
not necessarily, but no. Sorry, I'm just trying to think whether he gets one or two. No, Joseph does the way he only gets one. Yep. So the fact that no one contradicted you makes me about 90% sure you're the Gwommy man.
But Blake,
So I believe Blake. I totally follow Blake's suspicions on Connor, and there's a couple of things that I haven't been 100% comfortable with on Connor, but I'd get those reads even if Connor was good.
I wanted to say something about it because Blake, I believe Blake is the Gwommy man, but the whole he's scared Connor has to be bad. That's what I'm trying to think through all the possibilities. And scaring Connor, Werewolf's not getting a kill. That only works if we don't have an alpha wolf. Oh wait, sorry, that's not
wasn't
even
a
an option.
possibility.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of other games. I was concerned that since we killed a werewolf and there wasn't a kill, that somebody could have turned. Never mind. Sorry.
Bro,
There's a chance they hit a curse though. Yeah.
I'm used to the other list of Gwommywolf. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah, it's good that you brought that
hold
up.
on,
I forgot that we had cursed in this game, so it is a possibility.
I hate stating
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I hate stating things as a defense because obviously you guys you have to be suspicious of me from what Blake said if you believe him. Like I know that either the bodyguard protected, a cursed happened. That's I don't know if there's any other ones where the werewolves don't get any other kills because now that Elliot was already targeted and he lost one of his lives, there's no other baby dragon or anyone else that can lose lives. So I know it has to be one of those two things. I can't confirm any of it though, so I can't back it up.
I can tell you something. One thing for sure, they didn't try to kill me. So if you want to know kind of my gift, I can deflect one of the werewolf kills. And I will learn that, so I know I wasn't the target last night.
What we can be pretty sure on is even if Connor's a wolf, he is not the Gwommy wolf because the Gwommy wolf still got to act last night.
Grow, please.
yes.
That's true.
What night did you scare Connor? Last night or?
What did I check or did I scare? It was no, it was
Scare.
2 nights. Yeah, it was 2 nights ago that I scared
Okay.
because I knew Connor was gonna come after me sooner than later. And when he started agreeing with me day one, I was suspicious of him. And so that's
So
why
you didn't scare tonight.
I didn't have the option.
Okay. Sorry. I thought you said
oh,
you
I guess I
scared
should
tonight.
say-
That's why no one
No.
died.
What
That's
did
what
you
I
do
thought.
last night?
That's what I thought too.
I protected myself and no one died. So that's why I figured they targeted me. It's time to just come out with my information.
Gotcha.
So bodyguard, protect me tonight.
What did you do
Sorry,
the
I
first?
have to protect myself.
Okay, well,
What did you do the first night?
I checked. I had a seer
Check.
check on Graham.
Graham.
How
Graham's
did you
good. As of that moment in time, so if there is a curse, then it's just it's still a possibility. I'm not saying-
So for me now, I have Graham, Blake, Josh, and Elliot. That will be the 4 people that I would trust at this point.
I really want to trust Elliot. I'm wondering, we don't have any role that would know that they turned him, right? If he was cursed or something, like.
Oh, yes, that's true. I forgot
I'm
about
just thinking, if they knew they turned him and then wanted to put him up as a nomination, that would clear him as innocent.
Oh, yeah, because there's an unknown number of cursed, right?
I'll-
Right.
In
Cursed
which
baby
case,
dragon
I mean, I haven't No, I am the baby dragon. If anyone wants to say that me claiming the baby dragon gives them cause to be suspicious, go for it.
No, I'm.
Well,
because of- Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, to me, the reason why you would put if Elliot was turned, the reason why you would nominate him and put him up is just because you know the village we're not going to kill him because we think he's good. So therefore, the other person is for sure getting killed, and you're saving that evil person.
I'm not saying that that's likely to happen. I was just wondering if there
Yeah.
was any way that he could have been turned, like.
So I need a list of
they would have
suspicions.
known that.
I need a list of suspicions in case then I have to kill. If I got killed at night, I get a kill. So it would be Connor, Timothy, and who else?
I think that you're suspicious, and I thought Josh
Oh,
and Bettina
yeah.
and Connor were suspicious. Well, I'm just telling you my list.
No, that's fine.
I'm starting to trust you, though, obviously, because of
Oh, I'm telling you my lottery thing, and that I just want to have names because I don't want to shoot anybody randomly.
So, explain that again, because you explained it as like it was a good/bad thing. How is that bad?
Well, because I
deflect to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes to somebody else. I thought it was just like they don't kill you. It's like a fruit. Okay. It actually goes to somebody else if they pick you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I got to kill somebody. That's why I know I didn't. Yeah.
I still think it's likely that a werewolf has a quirk, and so I'm trying to figure out who has quirks and which one of them is the most suspicious. And that's why I said Josh, because he hasn't said anything other than quirk-like things.
Timothy, I get your logic, but I think you're reading too much into some of that because there'll be villagers with quirks as well, and I don't think
I agree.
having identified someone as having a quirk makes them more likely than the average villager to be a werewolf.
Right, not more likely, but I think that if we find who has quirks, I think one of them might be a werewolf. And I'm just saying that
the
I feel
problem
like
is
Josh
that-
isn't saying anything other than his quirk.
Well, Timothy, would it help if I came out with my role? Because I was
It'd
the drunk
help if you
yesterday.
said-
That's correct. So
It'd
yeah.
help if you'd say something that wasn't your quirk. Because I believe that quirks, you have to say certain things, but you can also say other things.
Well, I don't have a quirk, so but since Greg was asking, I will tell you all what my role was. There's a story here. So Joseph said he tried to make me a werewolf, and I'm like, no. Naughty Joseph. I'm using my once per year Kickstarter backer power to turn myself into a vanilla villager.
On the 4th of January.
Yeah, I know it's early. It's
rough
probably too
year.
early to use it, but I mean, I'm not going to be a werewolf. Joseph, you can't make me.
So Blake, what
I didn't see anything about Kickstarter backer powers in the game rules.
It's right there. I'm looking at it.
I guess that's what makes me suspicious, is that he just said basically something that would be quirk-based again.
I
mean,
actually,
if that's just how he plays, I don't know.
I know, Timothy,
So-
because you said that, if he would have backed out of it, I might have jumped on board there. But he's been sticking to it for whatever reason. He's sticking to it, and that's kind of why I just think it's genuine, actually.
I mean, I'm just telling you all the back and forth conversations I'm having with Joseph here. So
In my mind, for keeping him, the
I
argument for
can
keeping
get
him around.
behind Josh as the nomination, mainly because even if he is a villager, I don't like our odds if it comes down to final 3 and we've got Josh playing like this.
But we won't. So the argument for keeping him around is he's not misleading or misdirecting anyone. He's not putting
True,
out
too.
bad information. He's just completely dead weight. So he's not hurting.
We
us.
have enough villagers that we can. Yeah.
We need someone to go up against Elliot, though. So.
Can I ask a question to Blake though? Do you want to tell us which powers you use, or you don't want to tell us which power you have used?
I have.
Well, I meant that was like. Yeah.
Night 1 was the fear check on Graham. Night 2 was the scare, I think, on Connor. Night 3 was the bodyguard protected. Actually, no, I missed a night. One of those nights I protected myself, and then last night I protected myself as well. So I protected myself twice.
Oh, so it's not like a one-time use things.
They ran up.
Oh, okay. So never mind. So that I just thought that, like, I want to see what you still have left. That was strange. Okay.
Like, do you remember what the other option was on the nights? So we know what the Gwommywolf was allowed to do?
I think it was so that like night one it was check and then silence, and so that's why whoever got silent, every time there was a silence, I didn't pick that. So that happened at least twice, I think, and then
First two?
I don't know what happened last night, but whatever, if anything happened.
Would the Gworcrux get the same thing randomized again as well, or just one time?
But they get
the
my
Gwommywolf that gets it, not
he
the
gets
Gwacker.
whatever. Yeah, he gets whatever I don't choose. So
2 silences and a nominate at this point.
Okay. So did you silent Elliot? No.
No.
Okay. So it was the evil Gwommy that silenced both Daniel and Elliot.
The third one is.
So I did nominate Connor, by the way.
Okay, so we have a nomination for Connor. Is there a second?
A second.
I'll second.
Jill, your microphone is so loud.
Sorry, I'm not gonna go down. My sound went out, and I had to restart my soundboard, and I guess
it's hard to
reset
hear
itself.
anyone else. Okay.
Sorry, is that better now?
Yeah, I guess. All right, so Elliot, your defense first.
Sorry, who nominated Connor? I missed that.
Blake, I think.
Yeah, I trust Blake. I mean, you all know my role. Just in case Connor says the most convincing thing ever, I will, I suppose, give my suspicions and who I trust. So I think at the moment I trust Blake. I'm trusting Gil. And then Graham, yeah, you've been checked, and yes, at some point someone's going to turn, but that lasts for quite a while. Josh, I wouldn't trust you to get me a cup of tea at the moment, waving your hand there.
Wow.
But yeah, in terms of suspicions, I'm getting towards the point where I feel like it's pick on quiet people and try and weed out who the quiet werewolves are time, because I think with the more active ones, I'm getting to a point where I'm feeling reasonably comfortable.
All right, so let's hear it from Connor.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue against what Blake's saying. That definitely I would jump on that ship too if he had said that about anyone else. I can't defend it. I can just tell you that I know that that's not the case. I know that the bodyguard had to have protected that night, or somebody turned that night, because I know Blake choosing me didn't do anything for the village. I have a list. I'm just going to go through my list of good. I can't say bad because, unfortunately, Greg, Courtney, Bettina, that's how you say it, and Strawberry haven't said much, but I think everyone else is good. Timothy is, I think, good based on Daniel throwing him in. I don't think Daniel usually does that. I think Daniel usually puts good people in that way. If he makes it through, they get checked, he looks good. That's it.
Any questions real quick? Graham has a question.
Connor, would you like to come out with a roll? Considering
I
you're
don't
up
have
against the baby
I
dragon?
don't have a role, and even if I did, I don't think I would say it. I have 2 lives, so I'm not worried about dying. If the werewolves want to kill me overnight, I don't think they're going to, because there's already suspicion on me. So.
All right, I am gonna mute everyone, and I'm gonna have to start doing a bit more tempo in the days, I think, because people are not dying in this village. So, all right, so up to kill Elliot, down to kill Connor, or not vote at all. In 3, 2, 1, vote. So I see a lot of voting down, which means nothing happens. Good night, everyone. Okay, so let's start off with the Gwommywolf. So, no, sorry, Gwommywolf, you can go to bed. I'm stupid, obviously. Gwommy Man should start the days. Sorry, I hope, yeah, that was no problem. But so here's the options. You want to do that, so who do you want to do it to? Thank you. Now it's time for the Gwommywolf. So Gwommywolf, you can wake up, you have to do this, and you can also do your action if you want to. Thank you. And bodyguard. Bodyguard, who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you. And werewolves. All the werewolves wake up. And who do you want to target? Thank you. And the evil Gworcrux. Who do you want to hack or gwack tonight? Gworcrux. Thank you. And finally, the seer. Seer, who do you want to check tonight? Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm just gonna do things here. So we start off with Strawberry. You have been silenced. You can't speak today. Connor, you have been nominated. So Connor is the first nominee for the day. And then we have nobody died. I don't know what's going on in this village. This is some kind of record here. And then I will send someone a message real quick. So everybody check your messages. And if you get a message from me, please just say okay or something so I know that you've seen it. And then we are going to do the lottery. So let's see who wins today. There's not that many prizes left here, so it's exciting. What could it be and who gets it? And that is Grow. Grow, you win and you get to pick a number.
Number 8.
So you want number 8. I will send you number 8 in the chat. I'm not going to rename you. I clicked the wrong thing, sorry. There we go. Okay, and then we have a second one, and that is Jill. Jill, you got a gift, you won a prize in the lottery.
Somebody took my 7 already, so I'll take 16.
16. All right, I'm gonna send you that. Okay, and that was everything for that. So yeah, what is it? Day number 5, right? Yeah, 5.
I just want to say, in a chance that the bodyguard trusts me, don't protect me. Don't waste your protection on me. Protect somebody else.
Well, it's obviously just keep protecting me because they are convinced.
Right.
they want to
Well,
take me out.
but we don't know, like, because can protect you every night. But I just don't want to be protected at any point.
I got a thought here. If I can just as work for it. Blake, did you protect or silence last night?
Neither. I nominated Connor.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Silence or nominate. Yeah. So
what was the other option, Blake?
So you were the
silence.
You were the nominate. No, that's helpful to know. It's not.
Let's
My
go down who
thought
made what
is,
choice.
in terms of who the Gwommywolf is.
That's weird that you didn't pick silence, so the wolf silent Strawberry. That's strange.
Yeah.
I think she's silent.
Just after I said it was time to start picking on random quiet people.
I think
That was very weird. Yeah.
she's abstained from every vote. She said nothing when she was called on, and so why of all the people silence me because I might have caught a seer check, you know?
That is very weird.
Right, yeah, that was.
Because
I would
game
say.
we've been-
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say also because in this game we've been like a little hesitant. Obviously with Daniel it was a little bit more gun ho on getting rid of him, but we're like, oh no, we don't want to kill somebody if they can't defend themselves. So it kind of just saying. Because
Yeah,
she's never
so-
said anything like you said whenever anybody's called on her either. So I was like, oh, I'm still sussing it out. But it's like we're a few days in. You don't have
At this point, we have to run either Timothy or Strawberry against Connor. I don't have a read on Strawberry. I just find it strange. I think Timothy would be my. I think
I don't
because
understand
I don't think you're necessarily bad at Timothy, but those are the two people that we've been running name. And at this point, we
Only
need to
Connor's
start
run
running
my
those
name.
people against each other.
Only
Okay.
Connor's run my name, and Connor, I feel like, is the most suspicious of us all.
I
mean,
like I've been saying.
Which may be fair, but then if he wants to nominate you, like.
Well, I trust Timothy. I think to me again, Strawberry even abstained from the Connor vote when that was like the most evidence we've had that there was a silence. So that makes no sense to me.
Also,
You got to
sorry,
play the game.
I'm fine with that too. Yeah.
The Gwommy man and the Gwommy wolf can choose the same person all the time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, sorry.
But we know Blake didn't. Yeah. So.
But I
I
agree
thought I
with
saw you abstain from that vote as well. Did I see that right?
I did.
I'm gonna point something out because I'm curious if anyone else has picked up on it. I've found 2 quirks, just not Josh's obviously because that's obvious, but I've actually
Well, I don't
found
have a quirk.
ones.
Pretty certain I've identified a couple. I think that Gworcrux still in the game.
I agree.
I
I
don't
think
know-
it's
I
still
don't-
in the game, but
I don't know
I
what
haven't-
that means if they have a quirk or not, but I want everyone to pay attention to Greg and I can't say her name, Bettina.
Bettina.
Oh, that was weird again. Okay, so you said you checked Connor and he was bad. Like
No, I scared him 2 nights ago, and there was no kill that night. So I'm pretty sure he's a wolf. And then
okay,
yeah.
so if Greg got a quirk, I wonder if Connor might be the Gwacker, evil Gwacker, and he just did something to Greg.
I don't know
and he
about
tried
that.
to push attention there.
It'd be a really quick read.
That's why I threw it out there because I wanted to see if anyone else noticed it.
I kind of felt like he's just diverting attention from Strawberry because we're pretty onto her.
Throw her
Like
up.
who cares?
I don't
Who
care.
cares
She
about?
can't talk.
What?
It doesn't matter
I'm
to
just saying,
me.
who cares
We're gonna
about
vote
quirks?
me out. It doesn't matter, Blake. You already know who you're voting for.
Who
like
cares about quirks right now? We're trying to find the wolves.
I know. I'm just saying. You guys have already decided who you're voting
Well,
out.
Blake,
which
we'll
I-
go with your judgment here. I mean, I trust you
I-
100%, of course.
Okay, given we know Connor isn't the Gwommywolf, who picked Dugan as their Gworcrux, silences me day 1, and then silences a werewolf Daniel day 2? Because there aren't many people I think would play it like that.
The pattern, and because of what Connor just said, I'm inclining to say that Connor is probably the Gwacker, the evil Gwacker.
Yeah,
The Gwommywolf, you mean?
Okay, but who's the Gwommywolf? It can't be Connor because Connor was scared one night when
I don't know.
Gwommywolf
That,
did an
that
action.
I don't know.
Does the scare
Wait.
take away both? I thought it just prevented the werewolves from killing. I didn't know that it
takes
also
away
prevented-
that person's actions for the night. So if it's the
Oh,
Gwommy
okay.
I think it would take away both, I think.
Gil, when you say Gwacker, are you saying
The
one who
evil,
gives out the
evil.
quirks, or are you talking about the
Right.
Gwommywolf, the one that takes the second option from the Gwommy man?
No, the
Gwacker.
one that
The
gives,
Gwacker.
the one that gives
Okay.
stuff to people. That's what I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's just a pattern, and then Connor like talking about Greg.
I
If
wanted
Greg
to
got a
throw-
quirk, then definitely he is the one. But it's just a
I keep
pattern.
thinking-
Seems something Connor would do.
Wouldn't the
Can I
Gwacker have to be dead? Wouldn't there be 5 of us with quirks if they were alive?
Well, we killed off some people with quirks, too.
That's true, I
Oh,
guess.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
should I still be working on this puzzle? I've got a working theory. What if the Gwommywolf is a wolf man?
Very possible. And that would probably be one of the higher priority picks on the list of options. I was leaning towards that or Tough Wolf, probably. Unless they expected to die, then they do a wolf code.
And I'm leaning, and if they, I mean, otherwise, I love Beta, but that's just the way I like to play. But assuming they are a wolf man, I'm I'm wondering it could even be someone who's been cleared.
I
Only
mean,
one person.
I'd get where you're going with that, Elliot, but
But isn't Ramon was the only one who's cleared?
yeah. So I based on what Elliot was saying, I was following the same logic about the choices, and I would agree it's probably somebody from Europe who's played with Daniel and Elliot a fair bit. So that makes sense why he would think me. I was on the same train of thought. So that to me points to Grow, but
I sus Grow. I do. I've been for a while.
I also don't think she's bad. I understand Elliot. I think he has a correct mind of thought. The problem is we can't worry about things we don't know right now. We need to go after what we know. And at this point, it seems that Connor is not necessarily the most probable wolf. I mean, he could be a lycan. That's still a thing, but
he was scared.
But it's just the way he talked. Yeah, I wasn't so suspicious of him until now. The way he brought the quirk thing makes me think that maybe he is the whatever. I can.
We need a nomination. This
We should put someone up that can talk.
I want to clarify, Bill. The only reason why I brought that up is because I am fairly confident I am going tonight. You guys are going to kill me because that's just the best move to make, and I agree with it. I'd be doing the exact same move right now because I don't have a role, so there's no reason to keep me. I pointed it out because I didn't want somebody to jump down Greg and Bettina's throat because I definitely have picked up on their quirks, and I don't know if anyone else has.
So is that a nomination?
I haven't nominated anyone. I don't care who you guys put me up against. We all know it's going to be me.
Hey, I nominated Connor, so
I don't have a role. It should be me, but you guys should nominate.
I can nominate. Just tell me who to nominate, and I will nominate.
I mean, Blake can still nominate because we don't know that he used the nominate at night.
Well, just tell me who you want to nominate, Blake, and I will do the nomination.
I would say I want to hear what Grow has to say when she's on the chopping block. And
I was
we
actually
don't
thinking
feel
along those
confident.
lines. I'll go ahead and nominate Grow.
Is that okay? So then, okay, I see seconds and I see a nomination. So Grow is the other candidate. So let's start off with Connor's defense.
Yeah, I kind of laid it out already. I don't have a role. I told you I had the 2 lives. It didn't prove that I was good or bad. I can't back anything up based on what Blake said. I just know that I'm telling you guys a curse happened that night or a bodyguard protected. I know that for a fact, but only I know that, and I can't back it up because I know I'm not bad. I wanted to throw out the quirks because I wanted you guys to understand that some of the things that Greg and Bettina are doing, I think are definitely quirks. I've seen Bettina's since day 2, actually, because she did the same thing the first 2 days, and she's been doing it ever since. Greg's I just picked up on today when he talked. So just keep your eyes open for that.
I mean, talking alone is a quirk.
All right, so
That's so
Grow,
very specific.
what is Grow's defense?
I'm on the village team. I actually do have a role, but I don't think it's necessary to come up with it right now. And I totally believe what Blake is saying, and I think that when you scared Connor, it was because he was a werewolf.
Okay,
that
so
seems like the only logical choice.
any quick questions? Otherwise, I'll mute you all.
I think Grow should just come out. I don't see why not at this point. If you have, why not? Because
I think you should.
Well, it depends.
If we are sure we're gonna kill Connor over her,
then she's wasting.
Then I wouldn't
I think she's
unless
bluffing.
Unless she is the seer, in which
Okay,
case
well, this
she might
is
be targeted.
The reason
that's not really questions. Now we're starting to discuss stuff, and we need to get things moving. So, up to kill Connor, down to kill Grow, or not vote at all. In 3, 2, 1, vote. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 8. So Connor is dead. Sorry, Connor. Connor was a werewolf. Good night, everyone. All right. Nighttime again. We are gonna start off with the Gwommy man. The Gwommy man. I really need to be very clear about that, otherwise I could mess up stuff. So 2 options here. You want to do that, and who do you want to do it to? Thank you. And now, Gwommywolf, here is what you have to do. So who do you want to do it to? And you can also do your action, of course, if you want to. All right, thank you. So, bodyguard, who do you want to protect tonight? Thank you. And werewolves, who do you want to target tonight? Thank you. And let's see here. Evil Gworcrux, who do you want to give a quirk to tonight? Thank you. And finally, the Seer. Seer, who do you want to check tonight? Thank you. All right, so you can go back to sleep, and let's everyone wake up. So first of all, Jill, you have been nominated. So Jill is our first candidate for the day. Even sadder news, Sean, you are dead. Sean was a villager. And then I need to send someone a message real quick. Okay, and then we're gonna have the lottery going on. Here we go. Who will it be? Who will it be? It is going to be Timothy. Timothy, you won the lottery. So tell me, what do you want?
13. Was that?
That's taken already.
All right, sorry. 12.
It's on the chat, all the numbers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
12 to Tim. I'll send you number 12. Where are you? There we go. And then the second one is going to be Grow again. So Grow, you won the lottery again. So what do you want this time? Now it's 9 is left. Yeah. All right. So I'll send you that. Congratulations, and then we can start the day.
Someone want to remind me what Sean's gifts were, at least the one that he came out with?
He said he had the tinfoil hat,
Tinfoil
which
hat.
meant you couldn't check him, and then the other one he didn't say.
No,
also
he
just
said
got a
one
tinfoil hat.
was. He said one was what was it? 2 lives or something?
That was Connor.
That was Connor.
I could have swore he said something similar to that though.
He said he didn't want to come out with it just yet.
Yeah.
I
did
just
say
got
that.
a tinfoil hat. Not that I know that it's any use to anyone, but
Yeah, I think I was I thought Sean was the bodyguard, but I'm not so sure. That was just like a hint, but I may be
Yeah.
wrong.
That may. I
So,
mean, the
Blake, you
werewolf
didn't
must
choose
have
the honor.
thought something like that, because otherwise, I mean, Gro
That
basically
actually-
claims a role and paints a target on her.
Right.
Blake should be a
I was just gonna
target.
say that actually made me suspicious of Gil, what he just said. Only
No,
because
I'm just saying that I was sure he was good because I picked a role
Yeah,
on
but
him.
maybe, but I,
Gil was
you know,
nominated. Wouldn't that mean?
I'm already
he's good?
nominated, so
he could have nominated himself, or the Strawberry could have. I'm just saying.
I
The only, I'm just let me just say this really quickly. The only reason is because when the few times I've been a werewolf, you're looking for the seer, you're looking for the bodyguard. So him so quickly saying,
I
I think
never look for the seer. That's the first time I'm against the seer.
no,
come
I
out.
said if you're a wolf, you're trying to find the roles. You're trying to kill the seer, trying to kill the bodyguard. So it's just you so quickly being like, oh, I think he was the bodyguard, is maybe because you were looking for the bodyguard.
Why would he point it out though if he was a werewolf?
Because he was trying to be helpful and say something helpful.
Because there's other werewolves listening to this conversation.
Or maybe I was deflecting. But
I
that's
literally
fine.
have done that when I was a werewolf. is all I'm
I
saying.
was really after Gil like day 1, day 2, but I feel like he's gone after so many werewolves that it's very unlikely.
At this point, I don't know what I have to do to make people convinced that I'm good, but that's fine.
I trusted you this entire time. I just said that one thing sounded suspicious.
My main other suspicion was Connor. Now he's dead, and then that takes me. The rest of my list was Bettina, Strawberry, Josh.
But we've got
if I
three,
can choose,
right?
can I choose? Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just say if you guys can talk, and then I will stop talking. But if I could choose who I can run against, I would run against Strawberry or Timothy.
Mike, which
I'm
egg
down
did
with
you have?
Strawberry.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts are I really don't like the defense where people claim to have a role and then don't say anything. That just feels like the worst of both worlds. You tell everyone you're important enough to kill, but you don't give the village any information to help.
I don't have a role. I never
And
claimed to.
Grow,
no,
he's talking about
I'm
Grow.
talking about growth defense last round, and my thought is that if Grow doesn't say anything more, I'll be very comfortable with nominating her again.
No, she's
Okay.
good.
Hey, I
don't
put
do
my
that.
hands
Don't
up.
nominate her. Don't nominate her. Don't second her. She's good.
The only reason why in that case I can understand her not saying her role, I'm not saying that I'm not suspicious of her, but just because we were all so clear on like being suspicious of Connor, that it wasn't really an option. I thought that she was going to be the one that goes. So there would be no point in her coming out with her role and then the werewolves just kill her right after we kill Connor.
She did come
Then why say you've got a role? Just say you're all going to kill Connor anyway. I don't think it's helpful to say anything.
Just, I mean, I threw her name out there just as somebody else who was in Europe. So following Elliot's train of thought on the possible Wolfman thing, the reason I don't necessarily think she's bad was Daniel clearing her. I feel like that was him getting her vote.
There were several reasons why she didn't need to come out, and I don't want to come out. I don't want to say all the reasons, but she didn't need to come out at all that day.
I agree. Strawberry, it looked like you wanted to say something.
I get that you're suspecting me because I'm quiet, but honestly, I have a hard time following people. So yes, I am sitting watching you trying to keep up. But I can honestly put my hands up and say I'm just a villager.
Who voted down? Or I'm sorry, who voted to kill Grow last vote?
I did. Honestly, I thought they were both bad. And I don't know if that was, I mean, everyone else may kill Connor. I don't
There
know.
was no way
It's his fault.
for Connor to survive because my gift was my vote count is 3. So that was very unlikely that Connor would survive. That's why I told Grow not to tell her role.
Gotcha.
The Strawberry, didn't you also vote down to kill Grow?
Yeah, I did.
We didn't want to admit that a second ago.
No, I didn't actually hear what you said.
Okay.
Like,
Yes,
what was your
Bettina?
option last night?
I think it was protect again, and I protected myself, and the other one was nominate, and so they nominated Jill.
I mean, Gil, how do you prefer your name to be pronounced?
It doesn't matter. Gil is fine because that's mostly how people call me. Because it's not Jill. Nobody gets my name right anyway, but it really doesn't bother me. It's Gilles, but Gil is fine or Jill. You can say, hey, you, and I'll answer. My name has been mispronounced so many times, I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly anymore.
So was Strawberry seconded? Is it between the two of them, or what?
I didn't hear a nomination. Sorry.
No, I said nobody
Joseph,
second.
I want to use my gun.
Okay, Josh is using his gun. So the way this is gonna work, if you've been in the Gwommy village before, you know that these guns are not really that great. It's like rusty old revolvers you found in some treasure chest. So it's a 6-sided die. If we get a 1, which I tend to roll for some reason, then whoever used the gun is dead. If we get a 2 or a 3, nothing happens. If we get a 4, 5, or 6, the target will die. So Josh, who are you shooting?
I'm just gonna try to get Strawberry out of the game here, so that way we can move on.
All right.
I'm targeting Strawberry.
So good luck. Here we go. Sorry, Strawberry. You have been shot by a gun from Josh. Strawberry is dead, and she was a werewolf. And the day continues, because that was the gun. So
Courtney,
the gun
did you
actually
also
worked.
vote
That was
to-
cool.
Yeah. So can I ask
Well, I was gonna nominate her.
a rulesy, maybe-ish type question? I don't know if this is there anything we're not allowed to tell people?
If you are a bot and you have a quirk, you can't say that. You can't say that I'm a bot. I have this quirk. So
Okay.
Joseph, just to clarify, even if someone tells you with what the so if someone comes to you and says your quirk is ABC, can you confirm that?
wait, what? I don't know.
No, you have to deny. You can't yourself can't say it. You have to
Yeah,
do like
you have to
Josh,
deny
keep-
that you have a
Yeah,
quirk at all.
deny.
Like,
Right.
Courtney, did you vote for
Because
Grow
otherwise you would
last-
just ask
last
everyone
vote?
if they have this one.
I did vote for Grow the last one.
I suspect Courtney a lot. She didn't vote for the Connor Timothy one, and she voted for Grow last time.
Can I say welcome back?
I
Joe?
have my reasons.
Thanks, Graham.
So does anybody?
I-
So we still. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, you're
She-
you're fine.
You have your reasons.
I have my reasons. You can try and figure that out on your own, but
Is there a reason at this point to not come? I mean, I'm
We
just
should
looking
all
at
come
how
out,
few
yeah.
people there
I think
are.
there's
Alright.
nothing I can
To that
tell you. I'm a
point.
plain villager.
Is that
I
on
think right.
No, I'm done.
I agree. We killed 4 werewolves during the day.
Mm.
So I'm wondering, we got to be getting the one werewolf.
Yeah, but there's an unknown number of cursed people. So
I
we
know,
don't
but
Start to
know.
guess that
nevertheless.
one person turn just with how many nights we've gone without kills.
But you can at least get all the werewolves have had very few kills themselves. You can at least get all the non-cursed werewolves out of the way.
Okay, I'm the bodyguard. First night I protected myself. Then for some reason I protected Timothy, and that was the night Blake decided to scare Connor. So I was pretty sure that they didn't target Timothy, so Blake would be right. Then I protected Gil. Then I figured out shouldn't be protecting Gil.
You.
Gil. Then I protected Blake, and then I protected myself again.
That's why I said Sean might be the bodyguard. I was trying to divert the information because at that point I was kind of suspecting that what Gro's role was, and that's why I didn't want her to come out. Because if she survived, she could save herself at night and not be killed at that night as well as an option. We would not kill her. I had my vote count as 3, so I knew she wouldn't die that day.
You have a deflector shield, you said?
No. I don't have a deflector shield. My quirk was different. I have 2 gifts. I got 2 gifts. One was my vote count as 3. The other one, I partially tell you. I didn't tell. What I made sure is that whoever was, I was between Gro and Sean as the bodyguard, and I want to make sure that they didn't protect me any night because I didn't need protection. That's all I said.
Can we read?
Not to waste on me. Not to waste on me.
Can
We still need a nomination.
Play in terms of what
But you guys
role,
have to
who's
pick up
boss
who's
and
going to
why.
run against me, and that's fine. I'm already nominated, so I think like it's 10. I would feel okay between Greg, Timothy, and Courtney. Either of the 3, I'm fine.
I still don't understand
Probably
why I'm
Timothy would
suspicious.
be my top suspicious though.
My literal list at the beginning was Jill, Bettina, Strawberry, Connor, and Josh. And I got 2 of the werewolves. And the only person who said me first was Connor, who's a werewolf. And I don't understand what you're basing it on. I still think someone who has a quirk is werewolf because the other werewolves who died, none of them had quirks.
I'm not necessarily suspecting you.
I'm
It's just
guessing
that
Daniel did.
I think either you, Greg, or Courtney got turned. It's just that you are the first name on the list. You are the one that I are on the higher of suspicion of one of. It might not be you, but I think you are the one people that probably got turned because Connor was a werewolf, so he was playing back and forth with you, and that's something he will do because he is really good at working on people's head,
Timothy,
and that's
do you have a
why.
role?
I'm a villager. I am a villager with a side thing. I guess I can say it. It's a hunter.
Just fire the gun.
No, he's saying that
the hunter has to die to use
the hunter has
If
to
I
get
die, if I die, I'll probably kill Josh at this point because I think that he hasn't said anything other than his quirk.
I just killed a werewolf. Like my gun was the gift from day one. I
That's
just
true. I
killed a
just don't know.
werewolf.
I don't know who else. I was really basing it off of this quirk thing, and I don't know who else has a quirk, and I don't want to trust Connor saying Greg and Bettina have a quirk because I think he was trying to trick me into going after them next because of my quirk thing.
I feel like you're reading way too much into it with the Gwommywolf in it and the gifts coming out. It's possible that there weren't that many at the start, and that
Well, I mean, I can move on. I'm just saying that was what I was basing my.
I just don't see how that
now.
I don't think he's reading anything. I think he got turned. Either him or Craig got
I
turned.
don't want to, like, as much as welcome back to the village, Josh, I don't want to say that him killing Strawberry, who was probably going to die next anyway, is necessarily clearing him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I don't either, but he didn't have to do it. I mean, he could have just never said he had a gun. And
well, the problem is if I'm a werewolf and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be Gil versus who's the obvious target. Okay, I'm going to lose my teammate anyway. If I use my gun, I can kill her, and then maybe they'll put up another villager, and that way I can force a villager versus villager vote. So
So my suspicions right now are on Courtney.
As a werewolf with a gun.
And I think Courtney, you can correct me. Well, someone could, I guess. But like 2 days ago, after I first said, "Hey, I need to hear from Courtney and Strawberry," you threw out Timothy as to get back suspicion on him. So right now, Courtney, Timothy are kind of my two suspicions.
We are gonna need a nomination
Has
soon.
anyone come out as the seer?
Very
Did I
soon,
miss
actually.
that?
Not yet.
They
Well,
must
should.
be.
They must
I was
have
wondering
died.
if I
They must have
come up
died.
with your information at this
They
point.
must have
probably
died.
did.
Otherwise, they should at least be clearing a few people now.
If you guys can decide the order I would like to run against would be Timothy, Greg, and Courtney. That's the priority that I would like to run against. Those are the three names I'm suspect of. Timothy is the highest, then Greg, and then Courtney.
We may still have a backup Gwommy man, but
I don't
wanna-
think Gil is a villager, and I know I'm a villager, so I feel like if you put us against each other, it's a waste of a round.
So if we kill
But if you
Timothy,
guys want to
we
kill
can
me
shoot
and
Gil.
tell me who to kill, I'll kill whoever
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys want. Because clearly, we don't know if it's Josh. But I do agree that Graham's point. I think we were going to guarantee kill Strawberry anyways. I know I was because she was on my list,
Oh.
but I can't speak for everyone.
Timothy, you're not on my list of people I'm suspicious of.
The last thing I will say is the only reason I trusted Timothy, I thought he was a seer. So now that I know he's not, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
And Josh, on your point, I think it was like a little bit earlier in the game that I
But
was
we
even
need a
saying
nomination now, guys. So.
All right, can I nominate as a nominate?
you can nominate.
Okay, so I'll nominate Timothy.
Okay, is there a second for Timothy? It
That's
doesn't
all I
look.
can
It
do.
doesn't look like it. So let's find another
I
nomination.
tried to move it on.
second.
Blake seconds,
Blake
just in the last moment, and Jill,
Just
you
at the
can
last
do your
second.
defense. We're gonna skip Q&A now because of time. So Jill will do their defense, then Blake.
Well, I don't know what
not
else
Blake.
I can do.
Sorry, Timothy will do his defense.
I've helped this village as much as Con. I voted for Connor when that was 3. I got what's his name, Daniel out. I at this point there's nothing else I can say. I'm not 100% on Timothy, but I think he's one of the 3 possible people that got turned. He's just higher on my list. It's just the way he was playing with Connor. I think his attitude changed a little bit halfway into the game, and I wonder if he got turned on the night that there was no kill, and that's why they changed the dynamic between the two a little bit. But that's all I can say. Unfortunately, I will die today if you guys kill me.
All right. So Timothy, what is your defense?
I would say, just on what he said about Connor, the next day I was consistently saying to kill Connor. He was still the top of my list. The only other person I was mentioning the next day after that was Josh. I've already given you guys my reasons on that. I am the hunter, so if I die, I can still pick someone. I don't know if you guys are allowed to tell me, so maybe it'd be a good idea to throw out some names now. If that's allowed, I don't know.
It's your defense, so like,
okay.
If you
So
want to
if
give the
they-
word to someone else, you can do that. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if they want to throw out a name, that's fine.
I
If we
don't
kill
wanna-
Gil now, we can keep my power for late game, and maybe I'll have a better chance of killing the werewolf.
I feel like you'd feel better about it if you kill Josh, because if you don't kill Josh and he ends up being a werewolf and you're good, you're gonna regret letting someone else talk you out of it.
That's true.
Okay, so let's have the vote then. So I'm going to mute everyone. And it's going to be up to kill Jill and down to kill Timothy. Or you can abstain from voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. So I see 3, 4, 5, 6. So Timothy has been killed. You can unmute and choose who you want to shoot with your hunter gun, and that's guaranteed success. So,
okay, well I will kill Josh.
Okay, so Timothy is dead, and Timothy was a werewolf. Josh is dead, and Josh was a villager. So good night, everyone. All right, that was intense, sort of. And let's see here. So we are going to start off with the Gwommyman. So the Gwommyman, you can wake up and you can look at that, and then everyone can wake up. I wanted Blake to know first, but you have killed all the werewolves, so congratulations, village.
What happened? I'm lost.
I just told Blake
killed
that you win. I stole that from Damien. That's a fun little thing. So you killed all the werewolves after endless discussions. I was so surprised. All of a sudden, you were just jumping on Timothy. Well, I don't know.
By the way, Connor had to leave, so.
Yeah, Connor had to leave. All right, so I'll mute everyone and do the tradition of just going through things. And I'm sorry, I was really I had a lot of energy starting this, and then I don't know, I got so tired. So I'm sorry if I've been a bit out of it. But we had Courtney, the villager, who got a gun later on. You never used your gun, Courtney. She also became a bot, and she had to vote down on everyone, or always vote down. Greg was a villager who became a bot and had to say that he trusts someone 100% each day, which he did. And by the way, that was Connor, the evil Gwacker, who gave people quirks. So anyway, then we had Bettina, who started off as a bot, and she had to ask me a rules question every day, which he did. Blake was a Gwommyman who became cursed from his lottery win. So I thought Blake was kind of hoping to get picked, because that would have, I was hoping for it myself, because that would be cool to have a Gwommyman werewolf. But anyway, then Graham was the backup Gwommyman, never came into play. Timothy started off as a village hunter who was cursed, and he became a werewolf hunter. Timothy also had a gun, which you could have used there in your defense, but it wouldn't really have mattered, I guess. Then Josh started off as a cursed villager, who was also a lichen. So he was both cursed and lichen, and I told the seer that he was a werewolf, but Sean died before he could tell anyone. So then we had Jill, who started off as a villager lichen. Nobody checked Jill, but Jill got a gift to have 2 lives. So I thought that would be interesting, because it was random, but it would have been interesting. Well, then I was thinking, well, maybe if he gets checked and then you vote him out, then you think he's the tough wolf. Anyway, then we had Elliot, the baby dragon, who I messed up a little bit. I need to check my thing before I say who died, because he had 2 lives, and I was too quick to say that Elliot died. Maybe it's some subconscious. I want Elliot to die quick, so I'm sorry. Then we had Daniel, the werewolf with the deflector shield. We had Chris, who was a werewolf with a tinfoil hat. And we had Strawberry, who was a Gwommywolf, and she picked Jugan to be the Gworcrux. She also picked to, instead of being a big bad wolf, she picked to be a wolf cub. So next night, if that had happened, 2 people would have died. But that didn't happen because of the whole gun thing. And then we had Connor the Gwacker, who also got 2 lives at one point. We had Sean the Seer, who started off with a deflector shield, got another deflector shield, and he got a tinfoil hat, and then he was killed in the night. So all that didn't matter at all. Then we had the bodyguard Grow, who also got a tinfoil hat, and she's also got a deflector, I think. And finally, Jugan was a villager bot, and he had to say, please, hunters, don't kill me every day. But Jugan, you can say other things. It's not like you only have to say that. That was your choice. So that was the game. I hope you had fun with it.
I also had the quirk of I had to say that if I was a werewolf.
Oh, yeah. You had that one.
I'm glad we won because
It's not if I.
Yeah, I definitely thought
we
it was
won
Courtney
because
at
I
the
was
end,
going.
not Timothy.
I was going so hard after Bettina today because she voted down. It was so weird. Like I was ready to wake up and say, okay, Bettina is a werewolf.
I know. I would have died last next round.
Yeah, literally right at the end there when Josh was like, oh, didn't you vote for Grow? I was like, oh, I can't say that I have a quirk. So, okay. I even asked Joseph, I was like, can I abstain from voting so I don't have to vote down? He's like, you must vote down. All right. They're going to kill me.
I was kind of
Get that
hoping
quirk
that
this time.
I was hoping Timothy would live so that in the night there would be 2
Already got
kills.
2 kills, then
And-
the gun the next day.
And you would probably, the chance was that you would hit
Elimination.
Josh, and Josh was cursed, so then we get another werewolf. I will say, Strawberry, I'm surprised because Strawberry got to see Josh, so Strawberry
early
knew
on.
that he was cursed. I'm not sure why you didn't go after him then. Because you...
I did, but the other werewolves
did.
kept saying no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the nights she said Josh, and we said no. I
Oh.
think it's because at the time we thought we could convince people that Josh was bad.
You have to be like insistent, mainly when like strong people are on
If you
there.
just put Josh cursed.
She had Daniel and
You
Connor
see,
on her team.
what you actually forgot was Josh had claimed to be the seeker the seer earlier on in the game.
I have no idea what
Yeah.
Josh was doing. That was so strange, but I had fun watching it.
Obviously, I didn't believe it.
I think if Strawberry did that night, did it her? If she did Josh, I would have went with it. But
So
she didn't put up anything, so I just
If
went with
Timothy
Sean.
had killed Gil, then the vote would have had to stall, and we would have needed a new candidate. So
I was surprised. I was sure. I thought when he killed Josh, I thought, oh, I got it wrong. Timothy's not. It's probably Greg then. That is when he chose to kill Josh, and then
No,
Joseph
I'm
said,
saying with
oh,
his
he's a
gun.
werewolf. I was like, oh.
with the gun, if he'd killed you before he was voted, before the vote, he had a chance he could have killed you, and that would have meant that there was a new candidate to go up against, and he potentially could have stayed alive.
That's true.
I thought
The
that
day-
maybe you guys would keep me alive, but I don't know what I really did to make me a werewolf. Besides Connor saying it before I was even a werewolf, he said it.
I was ready. If I was killed against Timothy, I would not play this game for a while.
No. So
Because
day
then
one-
I don't know what else to do to
You
people
played
believe
very
me.
well, Jill, I must say.
Yeah.
So how did you like the
It's
lottery?
skill.
For me, it was. I felt like the lottery was kind of a little bit extra work, but I don't know if it was.
I didn't win, so I didn't like it.
I won
Yeah, I don't know.
after
I don't know.
died, so.
Did the werewolf try to kill me at any day?
Yeah, you lost a
Yes.
life. Yeah.
Oh, I did lose a life.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I like it the lottery.
Yeah, I won the lottery after I died, so.
Did I actually protect anyone?
Yeah, Timothy.
Yeah, I don't think so, Gro.
No.
I don't think you protected anyone.
Oh, thank you for
Only
choosing me on
protected
this one
yourself.
night.
Bodyguard's got to be the toughest role in the game, too.
I thought the night she put my name down, she might have, because there was no death, and I don't think I protected myself that night.
That's the night when Jill lost one of its lives.
Okay.
It was really
That makes
weird.
sense.
Like the
Okay,
four
that makes
first
sense,
night,
yeah.
nobody died.
Yeah, I
But-
was like, what is
That
going
makes
on?
sense. I tried to convince the werewolves that I was a hunter, that I would kill somebody if I died. So I thought they would never kill me. I'm surprised that they did kill me. I guess Connor didn't believe me.
I think maybe the plus life is too strong, but I just had this idea in my head when I put it in the prize pool that I thought it would be so funny because like then it would be like, oh, is that the baby dragon? Or is it and then nobody would know that all of a sudden someone else has 2 lives. But maybe it was too strong. I don't know.
For me, no, personally, because I got my prize from the prize thing was to see what somebody was.
Oh yeah, you
And
got
I'd
the
already
staff of the
checked, Elliot.
seer.
Yeah, but I think if I had died earlier, it would probably be a different game. Too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph, I'd say I really like the lottery for, I suppose, the part of the game we played. I think if it got down to say 5 or even 3 people, and someone suddenly got a second life or got a gun
Yeah.
and was able to
Right.
sort of shoot someone
That
else
would
there,
be-
and that's what.
I think there were only 4 prizes left. I think so. And 2 of the prizes was a Gworcrux detector. So like you could ask if someone was the Gworcrux, and I would say yes or no. But then since you killed the Gworcrux really early, I just changed those to gun instead. So you got something at least. So yeah, there wasn't supposed to be that many guns. Then people didn't you didn't use your guns. That like in one of the other games when we had the guns, then people used guns all the time. But maybe you got scared after Andreas killed himself twice.
We've seen what happened.
Yeah, Andreas with what his 2 guns and the hunter gun.
And the hunter ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to imagine Strawberry was really disappointed with Jugan's defense.
Not really.
He was your Horcrux. He was what would have kept you alive all game if.
Yeah, I was surprised she didn't try to defend me more.
I actually was surprised that you died. Like I voted to keep you alive. I didn't think people were
You
suspecting
did?
you at all.
You did, Gil?
I did? Yes, I
You
did. I didn't think
Suspend
you
you
were.
now for the next game.
I don't know if that was a defense. though,
Jugan's
Jugan.
game.
That
That's
was
it.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think in
No,
that
it
one
wasn't
though,
offense.
it's like if he was only gonna say that one line, then it was an easy, just like, oh,
Yeah.
not really.
I wasn't. I didn't
That
think
was
he
my
was.
I didn't know if I could get fits, so.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Daniel said he had to get at work tomorrow. He just wanted me to tell everybody goodbye.
Yeah, cool.
I think
Yeah.
we got